All right, I think we are live. Let me check my voice, and I think we are live. Let me check. Let me check as always. Let's see. Yep, I can hear myself. Hello, my friends, and welcome to my Friday live stream at 9 p.m. plus 3 GMT time. Hello, my friends. Hello, Mr. Sir Podgy. Hello, Mr. Anti Z Gaming, Mr. Toyota Supra Builds. Hello, Mr. Spicy, Mr. Marcos, Mr. Wiltram Geist, I think, Mr. Pumpkin, Mr. Trains, and Eurobeat. Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining my Friday live stream. You guys are always awesome for joining my live stream, before anyone else. Hello, Mr. Acid Green. Welcome, my friend, and thank you for joining. So yes, this is our Friday live stream, and what we are going to do here, we will be testing your cars or some of your cars that you have submitted on Discord. On the live stream submitting page. Mr. Guy says, what? Call me Space Ghost. All right, why not Mr. Space Ghost? Hello, my friend. Hello, Mr. Pumpkin Storm. Yeah, because it's German. All right. So let's see. I've already downloaded some of your cars. Like I've downloaded like 12 cars. I don't know if you can hear in the background because my nephew is here. My little nephew is here, and he's just, I don't know, shouting, crying, talking. So you may hear him crying or something. So yeah, excuse me for that. But let's see. Mr. Serpogi says, so what car today? Well, I don't know. I've downloaded 12 cars. We'll be testing them and seeing them together. So let's see. I've also made a car with a cross together. What do you mean with that? So I'm eating my dinner, Mr. Pumpkin. Enjoy your dinner, my friend. All right, so let's open the sandbox and see what kind of cars we got. Here we go. Sandbox is on. All right, so as you can see, first problem you have is this car. It's called Casablanca something X. We have a missing fixture. Unfortunately, I have to accept it with the missing fixture, but everything else seems perfectly without any single problem. All right, here we go. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12 cars. Now, as you can see, we have an Alpha, Cruise, Condor, Corio, whatever this is, Lysara, 2 OME, and this is a collaboration between Mr. OME and Mr. Cookie Monster, I think, Scorpion, VC Labs, and Casablanca. So let's see. Mr. Space Ghost says, "What Dutch? What do you Dutchland? I don't know what do you mean by that." So Mr. Marcus again says, "Not again." What do you mean not again? I've downloaded the latest 12 cars. I mean, I can't download more than that because the live stream will already take more than 3 hours. So, all right, let's see. Let's start with the alpha then. So, how's your Friday, guys? How was your Friday? What did you do today? Did you have a barbecue, or you went out, or do you have exams or something? Come on, I would love to know, what did you actually do today or tonight? I'm viewing from Hungary, which is really awesome. Who loves the what? All right, so let's see. It means Germany. It's Germany in German. All right, so people are talking about Germany. Are you making cars? Well, I'm gonna review cars, and who knows, maybe we can make a car together or what. Let's see. I'm only working with these basically. Mr. Train says I'm eating my dinner. Mr. Podgy says we make an LS but with a crap load of power. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Everything seems good. Starting with the alpha. Let's see what this alpha is. It's 2019 model. So is the alpha creator here? Is the alpha creator watching? All right, so this is the alpha then. As you can see, obviously this thing is has a 2-liter inline-4 engine, 250 horsepower, 7,700 RPM. So far so good. It's turbocharged. It's 10.0 to 1. Front-wheel drive, semi-space frame chassis. Seems very, very modern. Front McPherson struts, double wishbone rear. Everything seems extremely modern. Let's look at the car. All right, so this is the Alpha Spirit RSC. As you can see, it looks somehow somehow, I don't know, I'm not gonna say modern Golf, but it looks good. It looks stylish, modern, and good. Not bad really. I mean, not bad at all. I mean, this is a fake exhaust here, unfortunately, but in general, seems very very nice. Look at the middle muffler, the engine, everything seems very very appropriate. You know, factory spec appropriate. I like it. Looks like somehow, I don't know, Golf ish, you know, European hatchback. I like it. And 250 horsepower. This thing will not be a slow car. This thing will actually be a nice car to drive. Let's see. Let's see some of the comments. Mr. Spicy says no. Toyota Wheelers Bill says there's a new car in BMG drive. Yes, I've heard. I've heard actually it's an electric car or something. I've heard. Mr. Batteryman told me that about that. Yeah. So Mr. Pumpkin says look like a Golf. Anti-Z Gaming. So hello, Mr. Anti-Z Gaming. Welcome, my friend. He says Volkswagen Golf, looks like a Golf. Marcus says hot hatchback. Spicy says, but the Cruise, something is engineered by Cross and styled by me. Oh, that's good. That's good. Can't wait to open it. So this car seems very good. Let's check everything. Let's see the chassis as we have seen. So the body is partial aluminium. That means half steel, half aluminium. That's good. Semi space frame, aluminium front transverse, everything seems good. Look at the engine. It's an inline 4 aluminium silicon cylinder heads and block overhead, single overhead camshaft, 4 valves per cylinder. Look at that, the turbo actually kicks in at 2700 rpm. That's actually very nice, actually very very nice to drive even as a daily car. Let's see, forged internals, that's good. 10.0 to 1 compression ratio, VVL. So we have some VTEC love here. It's this, of course, single turbocharged, 12 psi boost. Everything seems very nice, nice indeed. Direct fuel injections, single throttle body. The engine is making 26.3%. Everything seems very, very, very nice. Look at that. Wow, I like it. I really, really like this engine. Okay, so let's fire it. Let's fire this little beast here and see how this thing will actually perform. Sounds good. I like the noise. Wow, really nice. I like it. It's quiet. They can hear the boost clearly. Nice. I like it. Let's see. This thing has dual clutch. I mean, yes, of course, modern cars, most of them has dual clutch, but I was expecting manual to be completely honest with you. I mean, it's only 250 horsepower, and with a manual gearbox, it will be more appropriate. But of course, with a dual clutch, it will be much quicker. You know, when it comes to changing or yeah, let's see what Mr. Pumpkin says. Try blow up the engine. Well, this is not my car. I can't blow it up. I mean, the creator of it will be upset. But if I create a car myself, I mean, even if you blow up the engine, I mean, nothing will happen. No fireworks, no oil will be splashing, no connecting rods will be flying. You will just hear, some clicking noise, and the engine will just stop working. So yeah, it's not really what you call exciting when you are blowing up an engine here. Anyway, let's see. As I've mentioned before, I was expecting manual, but he chose dual clutch. Also, vicious limited slip differential, a front wheel drive car. It's not really what you call appropriate. I would prefer gear limited slip differential because it will work much better. Let's see. Mr. Pumpkin says, I mean BeamNG. Yeah, BeamNG is easy. You can just do a non-stop burnout until the engine overheat, and then it will blow up. Easy. Anyway, as I've mentioned, I would prefer Vicious limited slip differential will work really nice with a rear wheel drive car because the drift or the slide will be much controllable. But with a front wheel drive, yeah, I prefer gear limited slip differential. It will be really nice and really fun with it. Really fun with a gear limited slip differential. Let's see, radial, medium compound, 18-inch alloys. Very nice so far. Look at that, 3% brake fading. Seems very normal. We have some active aerodynamics on this car. 4 seats. Let's see, everything seems good. I like it. All right, let's export this thing seems appropriate. Let's export it to BeamNG and then move on with the next vehicle. So as you have seen or heard, or I don't know what you have what do I say, but as you have seen, there was a vote on YouTube about the next challenge, and the NASCAR Stock Car Challenge 1. I've been searching Google, I don't know, for like a day so far on my mobile or on computer, wherever, about what kind of or what kind of a year should the NASCAR challenge will be. I for a start, I don't know. I was searching for 1950s NASCAR, and seems very interesting. Really, 1950s were, it was the crazy year of NASCAR. People was going crazy about not much rules, and crazy designs, crazy looking cars. But unfortunately, I was looking at the tracks in the 50s, the race tracks, and you can't really get similar tracks in BeamNG. I mean, I found some replicas in BeamNG, like some Indy, or I don't know, well, Indianapolis, whatever they call these tracks. I found some, but they are really modern for those 50s cars. So I want to try with 60s, maybe 70s. When I reached the 70s, like 69, 70s, I loved it because Mr. Spicy. I was searching 70s because I was looking at the Dodge Charger Daytona, the Dodge Charger Daytona, and the NASCAR edition. And I'm really interested in that. I'm really interested in that because I mean, I adore the looks of the Charger, the 1969, 70, and I would love to get something similar, similar to that Daytona. So I think I'm gonna be in the 70s or maybe 69, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep searching, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be making the rules video. But so far, I think 69 or 70. So far, like 90%, I'm gonna say 69, 70s. Uh, me too, Mr. Martez. I promise you, I don't know anything about NASCAR. I really don't know anything. I mean, I had to search online and watch some videos to know what kind of engine to use, what kind of body to use, and I've seen some information from you guys on Discord. So it's gonna be really interesting to do a challenge like this. And I found two tracks on BeamNG that they are really nice replicated tracks from real, NASCAR tracks. So I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be really awesome. So who knows? Tomorrow we will be seeing, my friends. All right, so the next card is called the Cruise, and as you have seen, Mr. Spicy says the Cruise is a collaboration car. So let's see. It's called the Cruise Picanate, something like this. I don't know what did they write here. What they wrote? More do you want? I think they have written like, what more do you want? Yeah, hopefully it's not gonna be offensive, because I got some cards in the past with offensive words, but it says here, it goes vroom, what more do you want? And I can't see what the words here because I'm because I have an open chat and this area here is blocked. I can't really read it. Let me check it on my mobile so I can know. It says here, what made by Cross and Spicy. Right, that's cool. All right, so obviously, as you can see, it's from 1986. That's really good. A 2-liter engine inline 4, naturally aspirated, multi-point EFI, 163 horsepower. Everything seems very nice. Long ditch wheel, rear-wheel drive. Cool. Also double wishbone front and rear. All right, let's check the car design. Now, this is the car design, and first glance, where are the wipers? Where are the wipers? Second thing that I noticed, and this is 1986. I think the car looks, I don't know, too futuristic for 1986. I'm not really sure if I'm correct or not, but I think the car looks too modern for 1986. I was expecting something boxy. This is not really boxy, and it has like panoramic sunroof or something. I don't know. It looks too futuristic for a 1986, really. I apologize, but that's how this thing looks. Mr. Marcos says a concept car. I'm not seeing a concept plate. If you want to make a concept, you should put concept plates, my friends. This is fully unregistered car. This is the whatever this. It looks somehow good. I like it. The headlights are good. Everything fits, except the antenna doesn't fit really nice here. Looks not bad. I mean, if this car was 1990s, yes, it would be appropriate. But 1986, I don't know, seems too modern. All right, let's see. Let's start from the beginning then. So this thing has a corrosion-resisting steel panels or body, monocoque chassis, galvanized steel. I mean, you know that galvanized is heavier, right? I mean, galvanized is heavier than corrosion-resisting. So if you want to make your car lighter, go with corrosion resistance. Galvanized is just extra heavy, extra spicy. And let's see, front long ditch wall, not bad. Double wishbone, look at that double wishbone also. Somehow looks not bad when it comes to specs. Inline 4 cast iron block, 2-liter engine, exactly 2000cc. That's a nice touch. Double overhead camshaft. Everything seems appropriate. Everything seems appropriate, really. Look at that. The engine is really reliable because, of course, plus 15 quality. That's too much, my friend. Ooh, that is absolutely through the roof, my friend. Yeah, I mean, when I look at cars from you guys, I'm expecting to see. I mean, I apologize. I don't want to be offensive. I don't want to make anyone upset, but plus 15 quality, this is something we used to do a long time ago. We have evolved, my friends, and I apologize. I mean, the car looks really good, but the engine is not really what you call a nice piece of work. I mean, plus 15 quality, of course, it's going to be powerful. Of course, it's going to be torquey. Of course, it's going to be reliable. I mean, plus 15 quality. All right. All right. I will test it in BeamNG. Look at that billet steel crankshaft. All right. So, hello, Mr. Riley. Hello, my friend. So, noise is good. The engine looks beautiful. I mean, very, very awesome from the inside, as you can see. I mean, who doesn't love a billet steel crankshaft? Looks absolutely perfect. But yeah, plus 15 quality. As Mr. Cookie says, plus 15 for 160 horsepower. That's a little bit too little. I apologize for that. So, all right, let's move on. All right, let's move on. As you can see, this is the body 1985 convertible. So yes, the roof will open. The roof can be opened. So rear-wheel drive, manual, 5-speed, gear limited differential. It's gonna be a handful car. Magnesium, ventilated. Let's see the brakes, not bad. 2 seats, premium, ABS, hydraulic. Everything seems, I mean, good on paper, except the engine is plus 15 quality. Whoa. Look at the, oh my goodness! Look at the cost of the car. $570,000. Can you imagine buying this car for $570,000 with a 160 horsepower engine only? That is gonna be super disappointing, really, to spend that much money. 14 mpg. Yeah, that's too much. 5 million? No, this is not 5 million. This is 570,000, not 5 million, my friend. All right, so let's export this $500,000 car with 160 horsepower to BeamNG. Yeah, that's too much. Look at those. I'm sorry to the creator, but I don't know. I mean, the wheels are also too small for this body. All right. Let's see. No offense. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to make anyone upset. Let's move on. Who knows? Maybe this thing will be a nice car to drive in BeamNG. So let's not judge it too quickly. Who knows? Maybe this thing will be a nice car to drive in BeamNG. Who knows? I mean, the engine is plus 15 quality. Needs to be, I mean, supposed to be very, very nice. All right. Cookies and autos. Operations are wrong. Let's see. Make a 4CYC 3.8 performance car. What is a 4CYC? Is that a special engine I don't know about? No, I'm not blaming anyone. No, Mr. Spicy, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just looking at the car and saying what I'm thinking about. All right, the car is in. Don't worry, the car is in BeamNG. Let's see. The next car, it's called the Condor C300 Cross, a all-wheel drive. It says here Condor K200 TQ 245. All right, not bad so far. Let's see. Condor, here we go. So this thing has 200 horsepower. That's nice. exactly, nice number. 200 horsepower, 1.6 liter inline four. That's a small and compact engine. Double overhead camshaft, 9.6 to 1, turbocharged, of course. It's all-wheel drive, monocoque, transverse, double wishbone front, semi-trailing arms wheel. That's a very, very unique setup. All right, let's check the styling. Huh, not bad, really. Look at that. It's actually a modern-looking vehicle. Not bad at all. Huh, it's a 2019 model, as you can see. The rear is looking very, very nice. I mean, no badging whatsoever. I mean, where's the name of the model back there? I mean, I like the badge. I like the details. You know, parking sensors, everything. But you know, where's the name of the car here? It would have looked much better. And also, where's the rear wiper? It will actually look better with a rear wiper. And let's see, front wipers are not bad, but I would prefer them to be a little bit down. It looks like a new Jeep Compass. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks similar to a compact off-roader, but it's not bad really. Let's see. Mr. ZZ says, "What should we make for the NASCAR challenge?" As I was talking earlier, I think I'm gonna be doing it in 1969 or 70 because I love the Dodge Charger Daytona, and I want something similar to it. Or I think I'm gonna try to create something similar as a prize car for the challenge. But I'm still looking, for the correct rules, and I don't know. I'm still looking for it. And tomorrow, of course, I'm gonna be making the rules video. So yeah, that worth the waiting. So let's see. It's starting from the beginning then for this car. Chassis again, partial aluminium monocoque, advanced high strength steel. That's good. Again, very unique setup. Look at that. Very, very unique setup. Not bad at all. This is the engine. This is the magical 1.6 liter engine. So it's an aluminum engine. That's very nice. Double overhead camshaft. VVL technology. We have forged internals, except the pistons. He's using low friction cast because he wants to make his engine to be more efficient. As you can see, 29.5% fuel efficiency. That's actually very nice. That is actually very, very nice. So let's read some of the comments. Spicy says, "Just wait until you see my Scorpion." All right, that's good. Mr. Girl Adrian, hello, my friend. What do you build, guys? We are not building so far. We are just reviewing, viewers' cars, and maybe after them we'll be, of course, we'll be building something. So let's see, 9.6 to 1, very, very nice cam profile and VVL profile, very, very close. VVT, look at the torque curve. So this turbo kicks in at, you can say, 3000 RPM, which is, not really what you call efficient, but it's acceptable. It's acceptable, really. And let's see, turbo is not bad. Premium 95 direct injection seems appropriate. All right, so let's fire up this little beast here. As you can see, it looks tremendous. Wow, an eco engine that revs up to 7,700 RPM. That's really nice. Really nice. And only cost $1,339. That's cheap. Not bad, really. The engineering time is a little bit too much because I think he has chosen some pluses, like on the exhaust, yes, and of course on the camshafts, and of course on the bottom end. These things will add much engineering time. But the engine seems very, very decent. It revs really high, horsepower is really good, the torque is really good, very decent. I can't wait to drive this thing in BeamNG. It's gonna be epic. So it's all-wheel drive, manual, appropriate gearbox for a 200 horsepower engine. Let's see, 5.29 to 1, not bad for a 4-cylinder car. Manual locker. So I think the person who created this car wants his car to go off-roading, I think. Manual locker. Hard long life tires, alloys, nice brakes. We have some active aerodynamical things, -1 quality. Standard interior, 5 seats. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good, my friend. Which is of course the steering. Check out this yellow line because this yellow line when it shoots up, that means your car is oversteering. That means the car will lose control and crash most of the time. Also, yes, you can check the yellow thing here. Also, the yellow line also in the aerodynamics because on some cars it will tell you that the suspension is working perfectly. The yellow line is shooting down, and because when the yellow line is shooting down, that means your car is perfectly safe. That it will not oversteer and crash. Yeah, as you can see on the steering side is it's shooting up. That means it will lose control. Also on the aerodynamics, also yeah, as you can see it shoots up a little bit. That means it will lose control at high speed. So yeah, it's gonna be a handful car. Even with all-wheel drive, grip, mechanical grip, even with that, it will actually lose control. So it's not really what you call it's a safe thing. Hello, Mr. Riggs. Hello, Mr. Riggs Off Roads. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining my Friday live stream. Let's see again. Let's see this. The problem with this thing, I think, is yeah, look at that. If he actually goes with less rear sway bars, it will actually, or thinner rear sway bars, will actually be a little bit more controllable. But I'm not gonna touch it. This is his creation. I'm gonna leave it as it is. All right, let's export it to BeamNG and move on. Are you going to upload cars from BeamNG mods? What do you mean upload cars? You mean upload cars to BeamNG mod files? You mean do you mean that? Or what? What do you mean that? Mr. Mr. What? There are super builds. Whoever says my arm hurts. Why? What's wrong? What's wrong, my friend? Mr. Cookie Monster says. Who said that? I'm sure Discord. I sent you a car on Discord. Oh, Mr. Alexander. Alexander, right? Alexander, yeah, Alexander, my friend. I apologize because if you send a car right now, I can't really get it because I mean I've already downloaded the 12 cars for the live stream. You should have sent it earlier, but I can test it next week on the next live stream. Did I submit this car? Oh, sorry, I pressed it again. But yeah, I mean you can submit it, but I'm gonna test it on the next week, my friend, because I've already downloaded the cars and I need to drive them in BeamNG, and I think I'm gonna need to create something with you guys together. So yeah. When you will be switching games after I finish all these 12 cars and then build my own car here with you guys, and then I'm gonna switch to BeamNG. Mr. Goral Adrian says I'm wait for Steam sale. I want to build my own cars. Well, good luck. Mr. Martez says I like this. I like this CSR. What do you mean CSR? The game CSR on the mobile or the car or what? Mr. Marcus says any tips on to not make cars floaty like Belonga last stream? Well, if you don't want it to make your car floaty, you need stiffer dampers, because with stiffer dampers, the car will not have that roll, high roll angle, and it will be, much stiffer, much more, stable when it comes to cornering. And you can go also with the stiffer springs. It will make a much bigger difference. But of course, if you are making a comfy car or for example, an American land yacht, no, you have to use softy suspension, softy. Of course, dampers, which will make the car feels like a big fat yacht or big fat boat. All right, moving on. So the Condor is done, I think. All right, so the Condor is done. The Condor is done. The next car is called the Coiro. I think Coiro Bravia. All right, let's see. Coiro Bravia. Let's see some comments. I'm sorry, Mr. Bondiba. I don't know. I'm sorry. What is this language? German, Austrian? I'm not really sure because yes, use English, my friend. Mr. Spicy says, "What kind of car do you want? Do you want that needs to be less floaty?" I don't know. Someone asked about tips for that. Mr. Gora Adrian says, "You hear guys about Ladizia Lada with 7-liter engine from a truck?" I think I heard about that. Someone actually mentioned that in the previous live stream. Will you take cars off-road? Which cars? All of them or some of them? The monster Cookie Monster says saw some of the video of the Ladazilla. Ah, yes, it's like Godzilla. Oh, I understand now. Yes, Godzilla, Ladazilla. Yeah, I understand now. So Romanian, I guess, by Mr. Marcos. Horsepower. Wow. All right, all right. So this is the car. He's called the Coiro, something like this. It says here it has an Audi RS6 2008 model with 572 horsepower. It's a 5-liter V10 double overhead camshaft. It's turbocharged. I don't know. Is this engine correct, my friend? My friends? All right, so let's check the car styling first and then open the engine and see if it's actually correct or not. I think I've seen this car before. I don't know. I think I've seen this car before. Not in real life, in BeamNG or in automation game. Check out the front tires, you know, sticking out from the fenders. I don't know if this is like a bug or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure if it's a bug. I think it's a bug, really. I think it's a big fat bug because check it out. He actually made some fixtures or some details, you know, like this black line here, and he actually made it to extend a little bit further, you know, to the wide wheel arch. But I think the game went to the default arch, as you can see, which made it look weird, as you can see. So let's fix that. Let's fix that in a moment. So let's see, steel body, monocoque, steel chassis. That's very heavy. Monocoque, semi-trailing arms. Wow, 500 horsepower. It's gonna be very, very, very difficult to drive, I think. Let's see, V10 aluminium, 5-liter ish. PVD. All right, guys. So, what do you think about this engine? What do you think about this engine? It says the Audi RS6 2008. What do you think? It's correct? Because I don't have my mobile actually next to me. Actually, yeah, I don't have it next to me. So, would you mind checking if the bore and stroke are correct? You know, just for the sake of it. If you can do that, if you can't, if it's too difficult, it's all right. I can just move on. I would love to know if these are actually correct or not. Huh. The curve, on the other hand, is laggy, as you can see. So Mr. Toyota Wheels Built says it's correct. Ah, perfect. So the curve, as you can see, is, I don't know, it's too laggy because look at that. Look at that. The turbo actually kicks in at 3,850, something like this, which is too laggy for a normal Audi, I think. But for a racing car, it'll be perfect. So what do you think about this engine, guys? He have chosen VVL. Does the real engine has VVL or not? Has forged internals, 10.5 to 1. Oh, look at that. 100 on the VVL profile, 85 on the cam profile. That's too much. And VVT, I'm not really sure if it's correct or not. So far, I think it's not really that correct. Yeah, I don't think so. Turbo is, I don't know, it's not bad. I mean, this is too large. The turbine, yeah, let me check something. Yeah, look at that, guys. Let me show you something. He has chosen 55.5 on the turbine. Let me show you something. So 55.5 on the turbine. If I can actually go smaller, look at that. I can go like 1 degree or, you know, half a millimeter smaller. It will have the same horsepower, but the turbo will kick in earlier. It will be more efficient. It will be much better, but he wanted to choose that. Let's see, 56. No, we can't change this. So he actually, yeah, Mr. Toyota, yes, Mr. 1994 Toyota. As I did, you know, suspect, this engine doesn't really have all these technologies in it, and the curve is not really correct. So yeah, I mean, nice effort on creating a replica, but it's not really what you call a replica. Also, look at the RPM limit. I'm not really sure if this is correct in real life on the 2008 RS6 engine. I'm not really sure this is correct because I know that Audi cars rev higher than this. Yes, the AR is good. The AR is perfect, but the turbine is too big, really big. Mr. What? Mr. Kryzatov says, finally bought a new car. Congratulations, my friend, on buying a new car. And because in Arabic here, in Arabic, when someone buys a new car, we tell him to use it, to use it as long as he can, and of course to stay safe in it. But of course we say that in Arabic, but I'm translating it to English. So congratulations, my friend, on buying a new car, and of course, enjoy it, stay safe, and take care of it. All right. Let's see. Anyone's birthday today? Anyone from the viewers' birthday was today? Because if anyone's watching and your birthday is today, I'll wish you a happy birthday also. All right. So let's see. Let's fire up this engine. It's not really 100% correct, but let's fire it up. All right. So far it's quiet. Let's see. Mr. Cookies Monster says, sounds good. Don't want to drive it daily for now. It's all right, my friend. So let's see. This car, as we have seen, has this import bug. So first, let's check everything. It's sequential. This thing has a sequential gearbox. So I don't know. I think he wants to use it like a sleeper. I think the creator, this is like a sleeper. I think, sequential gearbox, all-wheel drive. Look at that. And this thing can go faster, but I think he went with the stock final drive 3.61 to 1. I think he went with the stock final drive, vicious limited slip differential, alloy. I mean, yeah, this thing has all the crazy bits to call it a sleeper, but unfortunately the engine is wrong. All right, so let's fix this area. Let's fix the front wheel arch, but we need to remember. So guys, please remember this with me. I need your help, my friends. So remember, 235 the front, the front tire width, and 225 is the rear tire, width. I would love if you can guys help me and to remember that. So when I fix the wheel arches, this number will change, and I need to go back to keep it as stock as possible. So remember, 235. 225, right? Got it? All right. Let's enable the editor. Here we go. 235, 225. Here we go. 235. Ah, perfect. Wow, on the dot. First attempt, and I actually fixed it. Huh. Perfect. First attempt, and I actually fixed it. Perfect. Let's fix this area for him. Here we go. Now the car is looking 100% correct. 235, 225, not 235, 35. It was 25. It was 25, and it's still 25. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think the rear arch is also not correct. Let's try and fix it. Remember, 225. Oh, it's correct actually. Huh. Yeah, 225. All right, so it's working. Anyone knows where to find parts for a 1.1 turbocharged 12A Wankel? I'm not really sure, my friend. So let's see. Mr. Bodwin Jin says Wankels will maybe come in DLC, but that takes a long time. Electric engines have pretty much no chance or no change of ever coming into the game. Cookie Monster says some Audis run wider tires on the front, RS3 for example, I guess. Spices, but does it have 2 speeds? What do you mean 2 speed? V6 turbo. Yeah, it's a sleeper because it says V6. Really? Where's the V6? Ah, yeah, it's a sleeper. So this thing actually came from the factory with a V6 engine, and he actually swapped it with a twin turbo V10. As he have mentioned, as you can see, RS6, but it's not really correct. Anyway, let's move on. So brakes, not bad. Aerodynamics are not available. 4 seats, -4 quality, so it's not bad. All right, so let's export it to BeamNG and move on. So as Mr. Bodwinji says, electric engines will never make their way into automation game because they are extremely. I mean, these are not my words. These are developers' words. Are extremely difficult to make or to program or to create in BeamNG because the whole game is based on pistons and fuel ratios and all that crap nonsense. So removing all that will make it. I mean, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But Wankles or Dorito or what else do they call it? Yes, rotary engine. Yes, I think they can. They can be. I mean, they can do them. They are not really that difficult. They work basically the same when it comes to air fuel ratios and spark timing and all that nonsense. But the main difference is we have to work with rotors or yes, instead of pistons, rotaries instead of pistons. So yeah, it can be possible. It can be possible, but I think it will be a DLC. So they can make so the developers can make more more money for searching, for development, because they need resources. They don't work for free. I think more DLCs will actually make this game more interesting. Really, I really wish if they can add more DLCs into the game, like Supercharger DLC or Wankel DLC, maybe Diesel DLC. All these things will make the game very, very, very interesting. Or maybe unique engines. I would love to see unique engine DLC, like for example in a flat engines, or maybe inline 8 engines, or a V4 engine. Those special unique engines. I would love to see those, even as a DLC. But I would love to see that. It will make the game super interesting. Why, Mr. Spicy says, why DLCs? That's way too early for a game like this. I mean, the V16 is already a DLC, my friend. Hello, Mr. Spicy. The V16 is already a DLC. If you want a V16, you have to pay for it. So yeah, I mean, why not? It will help. It will help the developers, getting more resources, more of course, more funding, and it will make the game more interesting. Really. I mean, why not? And of course, they need to make them cheap, not that expensive. But anyway, I would love to see that. Let's export this thing. I forgot. Did I actually export this thing? Yes, I did. Yes, I think I did export this thing, or no? I forgot. Oh, I forgot I was talking. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm exporting it again. I apologize about that. So anyway, I would love to see more development, because I'm sorry to say this, I mean, the developers are really focusing on the take-on thing, with the with the story or the campaign. I'm not really interested in that. I mean, I would love to make a company or start building factories and all that crap nonsense, but I would love to see more engines, more things in the engine area, not just development on the campaign thing. Which I want to be completely honest with you, the campaign or the automation developers are not really that I'm not gonna say experienced. No, they're not really similar to big companies like EA Games or Rockstar Games. So the campaign is not gonna be really that interesting like other games, with a background story or movies or all that crazy nonsense. But that's why I'm asking, if they can pay more attention to the sandbox area, to the engine room area. It will be more interesting that way. Anyway, let's move on. My friends. So the next car, it's called the Lasara White Track all-wheel drive 3-liter V6, 1999 model. All right, so let's read some of your crazy comments. Mr. Bodwin G says, so those would be considered for DLC after the full game is released, and that's gonna be like in a million years. Mr. Phantom says, can you do a Lamborghini Urus engine? I don't know if we have the time for that, because I need to search for the specs. Maybe maybe I can make it in a separate video. Two-stroke engines, that's gonna be interesting also to see, but I would prefer diesel. I prefer diesel more than two-stroke engines because two-stroke engines are just like regular engines, but with the unique design, with a unique design and a smoky exhaust. That's the difference between a four-stroke and a two-stroke engine. That's just they are basically the same, but the two-stroke engine is just has its own unique design inside it and with a smoky exhaust. So I'm not really interested in it. I would love to see diesel. Diesel is more interesting than a two-stroke engine. Also, I would love to see twin turbos on inline engines to make the legendary RB26 engine and other crazy engines. And maybe in future updates like quad turbos, maybe quad turbos, it will help a lot. Who knows? Who knows what the future actually holds, my friends? Anyway, so this is the Lasara white track something all-wheel drive. As you can see, 275 horsepower, 3-liter V6, I think. Yeah, V6 natural aspirated. Let's check the design. Yeah. So this Lasara car here, unfortunately, got disqualified. I forgot why this thing got disqualified. I think there was a problem with the engine. I think there was a problem with the engine because he actually went with I don't know, a replica of a real engine. There was a problem, I think. I don't know with the VVT, VVL, something like this. And yeah, the car is looking beautiful. The car looks like actually like a Subaru Outback or whatever they call these. Mr. Cookie Monster, correct. Subaru Outback, which looks absolutely, as you can see, beautiful. Unfortunately, I had to disqualify this car because of the real engine that he actually used in it. I think there was a problem with the VVL, VVT, something like this. Anyway, so yeah, he actually submitted this car on the live stream page so I can test it, as you can see, which looks beautiful. Starting from the beginning, it's a corrosion resisting steel body, monocoque, same with the chassis. Front longitudinal McPherson double wishbone. Alright, so this is the engine. 90 degrees V6 engine, aluminum block, aluminum cylinder heads, double overhead kit jump. Everything seems good. VVL, 275 horsepower. Everything seems very, very nice with this engine. Yeah, everything seems very good. So let's fire up this 3-liter V6. Look at that, it looks beautiful. Oh, so yeah, the engine actually seems very, very good. So let's read some of the comments. Oh, Mr. Martez, yeah, I apologize, but yeah, you messed up the engine, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's see some of the comments. Mr. Christoph says, "Okay, guys, car talk. What car do you own, or would you like to own?" Well, my car that I own right now is a 1996 Ford Crown Victoria. And a car that I would love to own, I think I don't know. I think I mean, as a start, a thing that I really want to own is a current 2018 Golf R32. I would love that. That thing is just beautiful and amazing to use as a daily car, and it's reliable, it's fast, it's turbocharged. It's good, really. So yes, I love V8, but a thing that I would love to own right now is a Golf R32, a 2018 model. Yeah, and of course I want to fix my car. So because I think as I've mentioned before on my previous live stream, and yes, I did actually confirm that. I think my number 7 piston and my number 4 pistons, piston rings, are dying, unfortunately. Yes, because unfortunately, my engine, my 4.6-liter V8, I think it starts to burn oil. Yeah, I said that on my previous live stream, and this week I actually went to a mechanic and he did a compression test on all the 8 cylinders, and I found out the 7th cylinder and the 4th, or maybe the 2nd, I remember, I think the 4th one also has a little bit low compression. That means dead piston rings, unfortunately. So yes, I need to start saving up to rebuild my engine. Yeah, the time has come. A lot of you actually suggested on the previous live stream that I should engine swap my car. That's not gonna be easy, but it's not gonna be also impossible. So I have to look into that also. Yeah, I would love that as well. Anyway, my friends, let's move on. The car looks good. Manual, all-wheel drive, good. Typical Subaru love. Hard long life, magnesium. Everything seems very good. Very nice indeed. 5 seats, hydraulic. Good. That's a very nice car. That's a very nice car. All right, so let's export it and let's read some of the comments. Let's read some of the comments. I want to own a starter is a Ford Focus RS. That's a nice car. Want to own at some point TVR. What? I don't know how to pronounce that. What size? Siberia or Siberia or something like this, or Noble M12 or a Bentley Continental R. Bentley Continental, that's gonna be expensive to mend, my friend, or to repair. So yeah, stay away from it. It's gonna be cheap when you buy it as used, but it will actually empty your bank account. So Cookies and Monster says the 2018 is a Golf R 2-liter turbo. The R32 is an older 3.6, 3.2 liter V6. Oh, that's good to know. Get an MX-5, so cheap and good to drive. We don't have MX-5 here, my friend. The old Miata, we don't have that here, unfortunately. We have the new one, but not the old one. Have you heard of the founder of Steam, Gabe Newell, aka Gaben, says automation and BeamNG are his favorite games. Oh, that's cool. Mr. Cookie Monster says, I want a Lotus Exige. That's good also. That's a very unique car. Oh, wow, I can't read fast enough. So how old are you? Are you asking me, Mr. Lewis? Mr. Lewis, are you asking me? How old are you? I'm 24. Mr. Vlad says, I was watching, but I received a notification that I was streaming, so here I am. Well, I mean, thank you for joining, Mr. Vlad, but yeah, take your time before joining because, yeah, watching that and then coming here, that's gonna take some time to rest. Anyway, but thank you for joining. Mr. Riley says they would add W engines like W8 or W12 or 16. That's good. Let's see some of the comments also. I want to own a GTO, but where is it? Where's that comment? But import laws of my country makes it impossible. That's bad. Do you like Billie Eilish? What is that? Billie Eilish. I don't know who's that. Spicy, let's move on to the next car. All right, let me export this thing again. I'm not sure if I did export it or not. Cookie Monster, 39 years old. Anyone else older? Cookie Monster, still selling cookies, baking cookies, and making crazy cars. I like the new character, the new Cookie Monster character, the name, everything. I mean, better than the previous nickname. Oh, Mr. Cookie Monster, your previous nickname was, I mean, impossible to mention in YouTube, on YouTube, and anywhere else, without raising the suspicion also. But yeah, good, nice choice, Cookie Monster. Who doesn't love cookies? Everyone loves cookies. Anyway, let's move on. I think that the chat window on my computer has stopped, so I'm using my mobile to read your comments. Let me plug my mobile before it dies. I'm searching for my charger. I can't really find it. Give me a moment. I'm searching for my charger. I apologize if I'm searching for my charger because my phone is at 30% and I really don't trust this battery because this old crappy Galaxy something, I don't know, Note 4, I really don't trust its battery. So let me plug it if you don't mind that so I can keep reading your chats, my friend. All right. Phone is charging. Perfect. All right, perfect. Let's move on. It's a shame because only GTO here in Brazil are owned by politician and is going to million. And another model of one. It's 96 and I want 91. Spicy says only my get heated with road taxes. Huh. Where do you live? By Mr. Lewis. Well, I live in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, my friend. Mr. Girl Adrian says, "What do you say? What do you say about small car with a boxer 4 engine in the rear of a car? Baby 911 Porsche. That's how I say the name of it. Baby 911." Cookie Monster says he lives in, yeah, that's correct, in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Mr. Christoph says, "I love Poland. For $1,500, you can buy a fine AR 147 or Alfa Romeo 147 and put another $1,500 to tune it to 260 horsepower." That's really nice. The Netherlands has like 21% import taxes. Let me give you some bad news, or not bad news, some news. Since we are talking about importing cars, but because Mr. Spicy says the Netherlands has like 21% import taxes, right? So back home in Damascus in Syria, if you want to import, and I'm not joking, this is real news. If you are living in Damascus in Syria back in 2000 and let's say 2010, for example, if you are living there, and if you want to import a car like from Lebanon, from Europe, from the United States, wherever, the tax that you need to pay the government to register the car is 200%. I'm not joking, my friends. 200%. That's the import tax back home in Damascus and Syria if you want to import a car from Europe or from basically anywhere on earth. 200%. So you have to pay twice the price of the car. That's really bad. That's why most of the cars back home were absolutely rubbish, like some rubbish Japanese old cars or from some Korean cars. No offense really to anyone, but you know what I mean. Some Hyundai's or some old Toyotas, some old Mazdas. So yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, importing a car is like a nightmare. Also, the government work. I mean, the papers and the things that you have to sign. It's like a nightmare. Plus, of course, the 200% tax. Yeah, 200%, my friend. If you think 50% or 23% is a lot, I mean, go to Syria. If you want to import like a Supra or an Evo 9 or any special car, I think it will go to 250% of import tax if the car is special. You know, like something is turbocharged or something is tuned, it will even go higher. That's why people are actually driving rubbish cars. Anyway, I mean, I love to talk about regular. I mean, I love to talk about things, you know, beside automation game, you know, because automation game is just with us all the time, you know, challenges, videos, all that nonsense. But when we are opening, you know, other subjects like, you know, other subjects, related to cars like import, or export, something like this, I love to talk about that. Anyway, Brazilian import taxes. Hold my beer. All right. Well, how much are they? I would love to know that. Let's see. Mr. Girl Adrian says yes, yeah, or yep. Lada built car with a rotary engine. Oh, can you imagine that? Can you imagine a rotary being built by Lada? I mean, no offense to any of our Russian friends, but yeah, reliability is gonna be an issue. I mean, Mazda is already having reliability issues with the RX-7 and the RX-8. How about building them by Lada? Mr. Spicy says, let's do the thing that we are supposed to do. Yes, I know, Mr. Spicy. I know you want to see more cars. Just a moment. Mr. Cookie Order says, in the UK, you can tune a car and you pay the same car tax. Oh, that's really nice. Mr. Marcus says 100 to 300% depending on the stuff, and it can only be new. Oh, that's difficult. So you can't really import a classic car. That's impossible. Mr. Lewis, I apologize. You have written a comment and YouTube has flagged your comment. So, yeah, I can't really say it, my friend. Yes, I can't really say it. So, Mr. Vlad says, much rather buy a 92 Sierra and 92 Sierra and swap a 1JZ in it. That's really good. All right. Anyway, chop chop. Let's move on. The next car. This is the Lasara. We finished that. Next car. All right, guys. So be ready, because the next car that we're going to test is it was created by the OME creator. And as we have seen, Mr. OME knows how to make an amazing looking car. He actually sent me two cars. He called it the Impala. And as we all know, the Chevrolet Impala is a nice car. I'm not really sure if it's a replica of the real car or not. He sent me a 1962 model and a 2020 model. Look at that. So the OME, Mr. OME built it, and it says here tuned by Cookie tuned. Where are you, Mr. Cookie Monster? So you have baked some 8.2 liter V8 cookies in it. All right, let's open it. 1962, that's gonna be interesting. Here we go. So this is a 1962 car, 300-ish horsepower, 8.3 liter V8. Wow, that's massive. Running on DCOE carburetors, overhead valve, 8.0 to 1 compression ratio, rear-wheel drive, light truck monocoque. That's going to be interesting. Let's open and see the body. Oh, look at that. Now that's what I call classic love. Imperial. Oh, I know the Imperial. I've seen many videos on the Jay Leno's garage. I know the Imperial, and it looks super similar to it. Imperial. I mean, these are wrong. I need to fix the color, unfortunately. But yeah, that is beautiful looking classic love indeed. Beautiful looking classic love indeed. Nice indeed. Yum. All right, so Mr. Cookie Monster, what let's see. What was the color of the rims again? Let me fix that. What was the color of the rims, Mr. Cookie Monster? I want to fix that. What was the color of the rim? Is it just regular steel? Is it just regular steel like this, or was it something, else? Also, is this correct? The blue here, is it correct, or should I go with black? Rims red? Really? I prefer them in steel, really. So these areas, the pillars, are they also black? Are the pillars black or something? Let's just arc. This is trim. This is our car. Let's go black like this. Much better. Except the bumpers. The bumpers were, I think. Yeah, the bumpers were chromy. Here we go. Chromy bumpers. Anyway. Really? I think no, because if you have the red, if you have these in red, I think they were like a bug, I think, in automation game. Anyway, I'm gonna keep them steel because steel is looking much better than red anyway. Look at that, the appropriate black. Very nice. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Corrosion resisting, light truck monocoque. That's a very heavy chassis. I mean, going with a ladder, it will make the car really lighter. But anyway, this is your car. Corrosion resisting steel, front longitudinal, McPherson, double wishbone. Look at the engine now. The engine was made by Cookie Monster. 8.3 liter, 463 pound-feet of torque. That's really nice amount of torque. Very low RPM. Wow. Very nice American love. Wow. Twin DCOE carburetors, performance. I mean, it's gonna be loud. I mean, to be completely honest with you, Mr. Cookie Monster, if you want to make a car like typical floaty American car, you should have chosen 4-barrel and went with a standard intake, to make the engine quiet, because these cars were extremely quiet. You know, they had big V8s, but they were extremely quiet. And using performance DCOE, it will make the car louder. It will make the intake loud. I mean, look at that 35. If you go with a standard intake, you know, with a regular 4-barrel carburetor, it will be like in the 27, I think, or 28. But anyway, the car is really nice. Let's fire up this big engine. Check it out. Check how big this engine is. Look at this massive engine. 8.3 liter V8. Yeah, listen to it. It's loud. Goodness, the engine actually sounds really good, but check out the weight. The engine alone weighs 379 kilograms. God, this thing is gonna be, oh my god, the total weight of the car is gonna be humongous. Let's see. No, sorry. Yeah, three ratios. I forgot. Yeah, 3 ratios. 2 tons. Wow, I actually expected it to be heavier than this. I actually was expecting it to be in the 3 tons area, but 2 tons, that's actually not bad. Not bad, really. 9.5 mpg. I mean, single digits, not really double digits. Automatic 3 speeds, very, very long gears. Wow. Look at that. Nice car, nice indeed. Look at that 2 benches, the American love. 2 benches, luxurious AM radio, hydraulic power steering. Wow, this thing is gonna be softy and wobbly and lovely. Look at that, 8.4 degrees of roll angle. That's gonna be floaty like a boaty. That's really nice. I love the details. As we all know, the OEM. Look at that Impala. Look at the Gazelle here, the Impala. Oh my god, I love the details on this car. Just beautiful. All right, let's export this lovely car and then open the other Impala, the modern Impala. Look at that. That would be awesome. Can you imagine putting an LS engine inside this thing? An LS9 or an LS3 if I want to keep it, you know, perfect. Not really super sporty, but anyway, I love it. The OME creator is just, he knows what he's doing. One of the best looking cars ever. I did not do modern Impala chassis. All right, so let's read some of the comments. I apologize, I wasn't actually paying attention to the comments. I apologize about that. Let's see. Mr. Christoph says, BRB, take your time, my friend. A very corn cake like. It's a very typical American car. It's made out of pure American corn cake. That's correct. I have a question for you. Dodge Demon or a Camaro ZL1? The Dodge Demon will be a monster on the drag strip. So if you are going, if I want to have a car to go on the drag strip, of course I would go with a Demon. But a car that I would use every day, I would go with a ZL1. Yeah, ZL1, my friend. A car that I would use every day, I would go with a ZL1 because it's going to be more reliable, it's going to be more controllable, and it will be, I mean, to be completely honest with you, it will be actually better looking. The Dodge Demon looks brutal and striking, but the ZL1 looks more modern. Yeah, it looks more modern and better as a daily driver, better than a Demon. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, again, let's try that again. So let's see. Next question. I did not do modern. Okay, we have read that. Mr. Iron Mare says, "Can you do a face reveal?" Well, why not? Maybe not now, Mr. Iron Mare. But I really want to keep the face identity thing, you know, as a secret. But maybe in the future. Not not recent future. No, in far future. The Corvette ZR1 2019 engine sounds amazing. Yeah, that's correct. Sounds like a beast. Make a Dodge F-NG Neon Power. Not now. Maybe in a separate video. Because tomorrow I'm gonna be releasing the rules video for the NASCAR challenge. Maybe during the week I'm gonna give you like engine replicas or some special car builds. Maybe, who knows? Let's see some of the comments. Just to do an eye review. What if a Civic mated a Dodge? It will be a Dodge Neon. Let's see. Or like Boris, just cover your face with everything, then do a reveal. Huh. I would think about that. Why not? Oh God, Photoshop skills activated. Wow. All right. So and Mr. Lewis says, and I don't know what better, Evo or STI. Well, if you were watching Top Gear in the olden days, the old Top Gear, when Jeremy was in it, he actually said that the Evo is better to drive in every single way, except that the fuel tank is smaller than the STI. But the STI needed someone actually to tweak it for him. Anyway, all of us knows how to tweak a car, to change the settings. But because Jeremy was an old man, he didn't know how to, of course, to change the settings in it. But I think the Evo looks better. The Evo looks better, drives better, sounds better. Yeah, I mean I love boxer engines, but I prefer the inline four turbo in the Evo. I prefer it much better. But a lot of you guys love the boxer. A lot of you love the boxer engines, and I've actually seen one in the dealership with the hood open. Looks amazing. I love it. But I don't know. I think I love the Evo more because the Evo looks like a regular crappy Lancer, really, with a turbocharged beast of an engine inside it. It's like a factory sleeper ish. Anyway, it's up to the driver, my friend. I love both of them. Both of them, both the STI or the Evo, both of them are just rally legends. And even the street versions are really awesome. Looks amazing, sounds amazing, and they are really, I mean, tune friendly. Anyone can tune them to produce tons and tons of horsepower out of them, and I love both of them. Let's see. Yes, Mr. Spicy, don't worry, my friend. Just I want to chat with everyone. I'm not just here to review cars. I'm also here to chat with everyone. So yeah, just patience, my friend. Patience will always award you. Anyway, OME Impala. Let's see. Impala. This is the 2020 version. Wow, the same beast of an engine, but nearly 700 horsepower. So let's see the design. Now this is what I'm really excited about. Ho ho ho! What in God's name is that? Is this a Hot Wheel car? This thing looks like Hot Wheels all the way. Really, Hot Wheels all the way when it comes to details. Yeah, look at the headlights, and I mean everything, the side, just Hot Wheels all the way. It's like Hot Wheels designers collaborated with GM to make a comfy car. Absolutely amazing. Wow, just brutal. Wow, look at the two-tone color. Everything is looking just brutal and awesome. Now let's start from the beginning. So he actually chosen aluminum chassis, monocoque, light advanced, nice suspension, and this is the engine. The engine is still an 8.2 liter engine. I apologize, I was yawning a little bit. So it's still an 8.2 liter engine, double overhead camshaft instead of overhead valve. 4 valves, VVL. It's flat plane. Huh. So this thing is using forged steel flat plane instead of cross plane. Let's see. 11.6 to 1. Very big difference between the profiles. VVT. It's naturally aspirated. Let's see. It's direct injection, throttle per cylinder. Look at that, 28% of fuel efficiency from an 8.2 liter engine. That's funny. It's nearly 700 horsepower. All right, let's fire it up. Look how big this engine is. Let's fire it up. Wow. Oh, not bad at all. So this engine on idle, look at that. The engine is making 456 pound-feet of torque on idle on 600 RPM. God, this engine is a monster, really. Look at the styling. I mean, the styling is just mesmerizing. Wow. It has, yes, I was expecting Mr. OME did it properly, because these special concept, American cars, they always need to come with advanced automatic gearbox, not dual clutch or manual or sequential. No, always automatic. Look at that. Wow. Medium compound. This thing is really comfortable, really prestigious, and really safe. It can do 19.4 mpg. Wow, for a heavy 2.6 tons car, that's actually very efficient. And remember, 8.2 liter engine. Reliability, it's not really what you call super, but it's not bad. Drivability, it's really drivable, and it's somehow sporty. Wow. And look at that, zero brake fading. Massive brake discs. We have some special downforce, 4 seats, luxurious interior, one advanced 20 safety. Look at that whatever this hydromatic springs, which means every spring or every shock absorber or whatever is filled with hydraulic fluid to make the car super comfortable. Wow, that thing will be super comfortable and super special, really. All right, so let's export it to BeamNG and read some of your special comments. I apologize, I was actually mesmerized by the car. Did you see Doug's video? Yes, I watched Doug Demira videos. I love that. I love his work. He's an absolute amazing guy. Porsche Flat 6 is the best. I can't argue with that. It's actually a very nice engine. I kind of like the sound. Yeah, flat plane engine sounds good. Mr. Iron Mayer says, yeah, but I would sound even better if it revved higher. Yeah, flat plane engines, I mean, they will sound much better with a high RPM, like 8,000 and more. If you, let's see, Mr. Gore Adrian says, if you guys in Poland, the rotary engines we call the Wankel engines. Huh, good to know. Mr. Anzi Gaming, the grill kind of looked like an Audi. Yeah, it's an overstyled, but I like the rear. Mr. Martez. Iron Meyer says, what GPU do you have? I have a Titan X GPU, my friend. Let's see, Mr. Wiltram Geist says, and now that you mention it, it's the what? I don't know. Anyway, hydromatic, yeah. What do people keep using hydromatic suspension? I learned from why do people keep it, because Mr. Spicy, because these springs are really comfortable. I mean, these kind of springs, you can find them in Rolls Royces, Bentleys. That's why they are super comfortable. They are really heavy and really complicated and really unreliable, but when it comes to comfort, these things are just the best. All right, here we go. So these two Impalas are done. Now, this is another car. Now that's what I was waiting for. I've actually downloaded this before these two. I really didn't expect these to find them in the submitting page, but I was expecting this because Mr. Cookie Monster, he actually told me that he made with Mr. OME a 2019 Crown Vic replica or a close thing with an identical 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 from Ford. So this is gonna be awesome. All right, let's open it. James, JSJ, we made an up to speed episode on the Impala. Oh, nice. I will check it out after the live stream. Yes, but the sports car, I was always confused by the Prestige. That's what I meant. All right. Anyway, let's check it out. He said it's a 2019 Crown Vic. All right. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I understand the concept because lately there was a video on on Facebook or no on YouTube about a guy redesigning the Crown Vic, the 2011 model, the last model. He was actually redesigning it. So this thing looks similar or modern to it. Can you imagine the Crown Vic looking like this in the future? If they actually bring it back with the twin turbo V6 EcoBoost, it will look actually sick. I like it. I genuinely like this car. Yeah. Looks absolutely sick. It's like a modern version of my car. Yeah. I like it. Let's start from the beginning. Yes, aluminium panels or aluminium body. That's how it needs to be if they actually decide to bring it back. Ladder chassis. I'm not really sure if Ford will actually bring back the Crown Vic. I'm not really sure if they will actually go with the ladder. I think they will make monocoque. Who knows? Maybe they will bring back the ladder. Maybe they will go with monocoque. Who knows? But advanced high-strength steel. It's lighter. It's stiffer. It's better. Double wishbone multi-link. That's expensive. I mean, putting multi-link rear suspension within a Crown Vic, that's very expensive, really. A double wishbone is a much cheaper thing. So it's a V6, 3.5 liter, perfect bore and stroke, double overhead cab, perfect VVL, cast iron, low friction. Nice. Very nice thing. Huh. I'm not really sure about the twin. What version, my friend? What version of the EcoBoost is this? Is this the regular version that you can find in the for example in the Expedition, Ford Expedition, or is it from the Ford GT? Because this thing is only making 364 horsepower. So because I've already did a version, because I've already made a replica on YouTube about the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost. I don't know if this thing is. I think this thing is not really 100% correct, but it's good. Oh, sorry to see you, sorry to see you go, Mr. Trains and Eurobeat. Thank you for joining, my friend. Twin throttle bodies are quite common on engines like these. Boss, really? I think Ford is a lazy company. I think they went with a single throttle body, but I think in their high performance department, yes, they have some vehicles with twin throttle bodies. Yeah, and very boosty too. I mean, this is only 11.4 psi, but I think the rear engine goes higher, but it's nice. It's not bad at all. I like it, and it's super reliable. It's efficient. It's very, very quiet. It's somehow responsive. It's somehow smooth. It's somehow light. It's not bad, really. I like it. But I genuinely love the design of this car. I mean, they have put in some really nice effort into it, and I genuinely love it. Really, I actually prefer this to be like, panoramic, maybe, similar glass, the template similar to it, not this fabric material, but I like it. Very, very futuristic and concept like. So rear wheel drive, advanced automatic 9-speed, the same Ford 9-speed, or I don't know, they call it 10-speed gearbox in real life. 3.66 to 1 final drive, vicious limited slip differential, medium compound, steel rims, Although it's 2019, many people will go with alloy, but I like it. I genuinely like it. Premium interior. Although the Crown Vic is basically standard, not premium. The Crown Vic is always standard, not premium. And electric power steering, that's expensive for Fords. If you are really 100%, Crown Vic hunting or Crown Vic, recreating, yeah, go with hydraulic. Not even variable. I promise you, not even variable, because the Crown Vic has the traditional hydraulic. Even the latest model, I promise you this. Even the latest model, the 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, this thing has regular power steering, regular hydraulic power steering, and that means the steering will always be soft, even on high speeds. Even if you are like traveling or commuting, at like 60 miles per hour or 70, 80, whatever, yes, the steering will always be like water. So, or as our American friends will call it, water. Yes, it will be that soft. And electric, it's gonna be too expensive and too complicated for a Crown Vic. And yes, launch control. Can you imagine a Crown Vic with a launch control? No, I think traction control in ABS is more than enough. Standard, yes, that's good. That's good choice. Progressive springs, that's also good. Dampers, no, I would go with gas mono tube. Yeah, that's more correct. Passive sway bars, that's also Crown Vic correct. Let's see. Max load capacity is only 550 kilos. That's a little bit too little. And I understand that you want to go like with medium roll angle. That's why you went with very, very, or sporty like dampers. I understand why, but Crown Vics are really, really softy, not racing at all. But I love it. I genuinely love it. Look at the crown here, the V6 badge. I really genuinely love it. Very, very nice work, my friend. Really genuinely nice work. Let's export it. Again, Mr. Spicy, the impatient hot spicy is striking again. It's exporting, don't worry. Crown Vic sounds like a terrible car after you said about this thing. Well, Mr. Martis, because the Crown Vic, it's not really what you call a good car. It's a car that Ford wanted to be super reliable, super cheap to mend, and of course, and super easy to make when they want to produce it, and super durable when it comes like to cop cars, taxi cars, and government cars, basically. That's why cop cars in the United States chose the Crown Vic over the classic Caprice, because the Crown Vic is more modern, has modern suspension, modern brakes, nice power steering, modern engine, and everything good, and it looks good. That's an easy to mend and to repair. That's why they have chosen it. And I drive it. I promise. I drive it as my daily driving car. With time, you can actually get used to the power steering, the very, very soft power steering, of course. But you need to be careful when you are commute with it, when you are traveling with it. Let's see. I tuned it to power slide like crazy. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice to know. Mr. Spicy says, sorry for my attitude. I'm just nervous about submitting because I submitted for this live stream. All right, all right. I apologize if I'm taking too long, talking about the Crown Vic, but you know how excited I am about the Crown Vic, because it's my daily car. That's why I'm excited about it. All right, so the next card is called what? The Schneider, the Schneider chandelier. I don't know. Schindler. I think Schindler. I don't know. I don't know what does that mean. Anyway, let's open it. Iron Meyer says, what are the specs of your computer? Well, I'm running a Core i7 7700K. Let's see, 32 gigs or 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. Let's see, I'm using the same the same old GPU, my Titan X, my old one. And let's see, I'm using many SSDs for the Windows, for the games and everything. I'm using an air cooler, not a water cooler. I don't like I really don't like the liquid coolers because I'm always afraid of them leaking on my GPU and destroying the whole of my computer. That's why I went with a gigantic air cooler. I'm using a big fat case. They call them full tower. Many fans, many crazy things, and green lighting to inflect the NVIDIA things inside it. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, leaky pants. Yeah, that's correct. What? Leaky pants? That's the name of it? Leaky pants? Huh. 32 gigs of RAM. Why so much? As you can see, Mr. Cookie, if you are wondering why I'm using 32 gigabytes of RAM, just check it out. Look at that. Just check it out the RAM usage. Right now, I'm live streaming and I'm using automation game. Check out the usage of RAM. Right now, the computer is using 11.6 gigabytes of RAM. That's right now. I'm just playing automation game. 11.6 or 11.7 gigabytes of RAM right now. This is only playing games. If I'm playing like Grand Theft Auto Online, the computer is using like 16 gigabytes. If I'm playing Grand Theft Auto Online, if I'm editing, YouTube videos on the Adobe Premiere, the Adobe Premiere takes around 27 gigabytes of RAM. That's why I went with 32, because 16 is not enough. What monitor do you have? I'm using a regular Samsung TV, a regular 32. No, this is not 32 inch. This is, I don't know. I think this is 40 inch. Yeah, I think this is 40 inch regular Samsung 4K TV. Yeah, my old 32 went to my brother. I used to have an LG 32 LCD monitor. My brother took it, and I bought a new one. Yeah. Anyway, this car, the Arno. Let's see, 300 horsepower, 2.5-liter inline 5, turbocharged. It's 4x4 semi-space frame. Huh. So it's a 4x4 machine. Let's see. 4x4 with a two-door coupe. Huh. I mean, the styling is good. I mean, the styling is missing some bits, like the rear car model name, and it's basic really, but it's good. It's not bad. It's good. I mean, he's using basic things. I mean, look at the basic headlights, basic down grille, basic. I mean, it looks basic, but I like it because it's well executed. It's not really bad executed. I mean, it looks good. I can drive it without any problem. Let's see, starting from the beginning, partial aluminium, semi-space frame, aluminium, front longitudinal. All right. It's an inline 5, aluminium silicon, 2.5-liter, double overhead camshaft. That is a lot of boost. Ooh, that is just a lot of boost. As you will see in a moment, 42 on the cam profile. 7.1 to 1 compression ratio, and yep, as I did expect from this car, 19.9 psi of boost. Oh, those pistons are being hammered down with boost. The direct injection, 91 octane fuel, 15. I mean, the engine is not really using that much fuel, but remember, it's low on compression. All right, let's fire it up. This is how it looks. There we go. Very nice noise. All right, here we go. So this thing has, I don't know why, I don't know why he went with 4x4. I think he wanted to go with all-wheel drive, but I don't know. He went with 4x4 for no obvious reason. I don't know why. 7-speed dual clutch. That's, I mean, seeing those two, seeing the 4x4 and dual clutch together, that is a very unique setup. Electric limited slip differential. Wow, that is a very unique setup. 2 seats only, premium sat nav, launch control, active sport. Not bad. It's a basic car, but it's not bad. Let's export it. And let's read some of the comments. Pink. Yes, pink, my friend. I like the bubblegum eye burning paint. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I went blind for a second. I was trying to say I can't see anymore. Yeah. Let's see. Jesus, blur? No, make it blue. It was what? It was blue? Really? Are you sure? Are you sure, Mr. Krizlov? Are you really sure? If it's blue, I can make it blue. Are you sure, my friend? 4x4 is going to be hard to handbrake slide because of the locked center diff. Yeah. Alright, so I think it was blue, so let's go with blue then. All car slot. What is this? Navy. Oh, so this is actually not my... This is the color? This is the color blue? Or this is the one sky blue? Let's go with navy. The navy looks good on it, actually. Let's see now. The brakes. Let's go with steel brakes. Steel brakes. Why the blue brakes? This thing looks better like this. Alright, now let's export it. That's okay. Darker a bit. Seems good enough like this. Look at that. Looks very nice like this. Alright. Make it beige like cream sauce. Seriously. Hey there, I'm back from Barrington training. Forgot to send my car. Too bad. Yeah, hello Mr. Blue. Hello my friend. Change it to all-wheel drive. Alright. So let's help this car. This car, as we all know, 4x4 is impossible to do a handbrake turn with it because of this stupid center lock diff. Let's go with all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive. Let's go with 60/40. Yeah, let's go with 60/40. This is too much. This is too much. All right. So we are back. Unfortunately, when I was tweaking that car, unfortunately, the game crashed. That's very exciting. For a moment, I thought I was never gonna get this live stream again back on track. But yes, we are back. Come on, let's finish it. Let's finish this quickly as possible. Let's finish this as quickly as possible. Come on, 4.7 seconds from 0 to 100. I mean, I just want to make it as good as possible as I can. Change. Oh yeah, the brake balance is definitely different right now because we have changed the system. So I'm gonna balance the brakes. Here we we go. These things you need to do. No, I'm not gonna touch this. I'm not gonna touch that. Hmm. How in God's name is this possible? I've never seen, you know, open. Look at that 5-7. What is this 5-7? I've never seen a 5-7. Usually it's only 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. There is no 57, 56. There is nothing like this. That's weird. Huh. Anyway, let's go with more here. Yep, seems appropriate like this. Can't you set it to max and back? No, leave it like this. Doesn't really. Why is this? Why do you need active sport? Go with progressive. Progressive is, or maybe standard. No, progressive. Good. I want to make it cheap. We really don't need better, very, 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 very expensive suspension. We don't need that. Also, traction control, ABS, cheaper, better. Go with electric variable, better also. All right, so everything seems within order. Let's go. Oh, here we go. 57. Changing the brake balance again. Here we go. Perfect. Now, it's pink again. This thing looks weird. Here we go. Pink is gone. Brakes. Here we go. Everything is good. Let's export it. Now this thing is just appropriately tuned. All-wheel drive, not 4x4. Better brakes, better suspension. Yeah, this car is this car did crash the game. This car is pink every time. Every time you open this car, it's just pink. Yes, the pink killer. All right, let's move on. The next card's called the Scorpion. Who said he is really excited to see the Scorpion? Who said that? I'm really excited because the name is good. This name, of course, the name is Brutal Scorpion Lightning SCR. Yeah, if we're gonna drive it, you're gonna crash. All right, here we go. So 1623 horsepower, 7.8 liter V10. Of course, it's turbocharged. It's mid-engine, I think. Yes, mid-engine, all-wheel drive. Not bad, really. So let's check the styling then. All right, now this is the styling. The styling, I have to say, is brutally nice. Many vents. I mean, I don't like those black things over here, because when the air hits the first one, it really can't reach the second one. I mean, those two things on the sides are not bad, but those two, I don't know. And let's see the rear. Oh my god, the rear is just another story. I like the rear. It's just very, 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 very unique, and it's really awesome. Yeah, I know it's carbon fiber. I know that everything is carbon fiber with this thing, which is really awesome. Look at that. What is this? This is what the fuel filler cap is here in the middle, or is this something else? I like it. So carbon fiber body, carbon fiber chassis, monocoque, of course. It's 2020 is the production year. Mid-longitudinal push rods front and rear. Now the engine. Now this is a 7.8 liter V10, which is as efficient as, I don't know, a nun. Let's see, magnesium block. Wow, double overhead camshaft, 5 valves, everything. 7.9 to 1, 98 on the cam profile. Now the turbo. The turbo, my friend. Are you sure this is the this is as good as you can? Because my friend, you can go max. Because you can, my friend, you can go max AR ratio and drop the turbine a little bit. It will help the engine to make better curve and to make even more power. So yes, you can actually tweak the turbo to be better than this using max AR and go a little bit smaller turbine. Anyway, moving on. Race intake, super fuel, direct injection. But yeah, everything looks good. All right, let's fire up this beast here. Let's fire it up. Here we go. Very, very, very awesome noise. Of course, a screaming V10 is just the best noise ever. A screaming high RPM V10 is just brutally awesome. Hello, Mr. Slick. Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful and loud live stream. So, Mr. Spicy, would you like me to tune the turbo, or would you like me to leave it as it is? It's up to you, my friend. I have no problem. If you want if you want me to leave it, I will leave it. If you want me to tweak it to make it more powerful and a little bit more efficiently friendly, it's up to you. What do you mean no? Do you mean leave it or keep it as it is? Okay, all right, keep it as it is. All right, moving on then. Let's see, he went of course with a sequential because it's faster than a dual clutch. It's easier to operate, as you can see. 3.9 seconds from 0 to 100, 7 speed gearbox, 404 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's a very, very, very long gear. First gear up to 138 kilometers per hour to eliminate wheel spin, electric differential, and this thing is an oversteer car. This thing is an oversteer beast. Basically, it will lose control, unfortunately. As you can see, the yellow line is just shooting up. That means it will. This thing loves to oversteer. This thing loves to oversteer on every corner. Brakes, good. Aerodynamics, good. I mean, look at that. On high speed, this thing is stable. That's good. I mean, even if the car loves to oversteer, if the car is stable on high speed, I have no problem with that. Luxurious interior. Wow. 1,800 kilograms is the total car weight. Oh, that's a heavy, heavy supercar. And has the best safety, the best springs. It's a heavy car, but has the power, so I think this thing will be a monster. Yeah, this thing will be a monster on BeamNG. Alright, I like it. Let's export it and move on with the next beast. Yeah, the tires are really, really fat, which is really cool. So let's see, Mr. Marta says, why do I have a feeling that you won't have enough time to review cars in BeamNG? Well, let's see, what time is it right now? It's 10:45 p.m. here, so yes, I still have some time, don't worry. Almost 1 horsepower per kilo. Yeah. Anyway, export. Here we go. So, how's your Friday, guys? What did you do today? Some of you said we're working, some of you said exams. So what did you do today on this beautiful and awesome Friday? Did you went barbecue? Did you went shopping? Did you have school? Did you have work? A lot of sport. Yeah, 97. Look at that. I mean, this thing has active sport springs, which means they are a little bit comfortable. They are not bad really. If you want to use those, they are not really just for sport. They are actually comfortable. And look at that. It has all the comfy bits, luxurious interior. Everything is just beautiful and comfy and cushy, but zero comfortable values because of a racing type, suspension tool, which is really awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Let's move on. Let's read some of your comments. Let's see. Working on my bachelor's. Bachelor's what? What do you mean, Mr. Acid? Mr. Acid Green? What do you mean by bachelor's something? This is? What do you mean? What do you mean this is or this is? What is that? Mr. Marcus says home exams and college are over from me, but I need the the internship stuff. Good luck, my friend. Mr. Slick says I played pool in the last hour. That's awesome. Pool is really awesome. As Acid Green says a report of sorts. Cool. Good luck. Mr. Slick says, but overall, I didn't do anything special today. All right. Mr. Marcus says, Acid is working on his CCW for his college. Yeah. Good luck. All right. So let's move on. Now, the next vehicle is called the VC Labs. We have seen the name VC Lab before in many, many challenges in the past, and he actually gave us some breathtaking creations in the past. So let's see if this car is one of them. Wow. So this thing has 1,499.9 horsepower. That means 1,500 horsepower. 6-liter V12 engine. Of course, it's turbocharged. Longitudinal. Oh, front longitudinal. All-wheel drive. Huh. Double wishbone push rods. That's gonna be awesome. Look at that. It's like retro looking monster of a car. A modern car with retro looks. Check out the rims. Wow. 1,500 horsepower. This thing is gonna be blisteringly fast. Let's start from the beginning. Remember to clutch dump my car to 6,500 RPM when drag racing. Alright. Why not? So carbon fiber body, carbon chassis. Not bad. Now this is the heart, the beating heart of this car. It's a 6-liter V12, aluminum silicon, double overhead camshaft. So 9.8 to 1, 100 on the cam profile. Everything seems very, very good, as you can see. Let's see, 18.5 is the boost. That's too much. Let's see. Max out air ratio 71-72. Direct fuel injection. Not bad, really. Not bad at all. No mufflers. That means this thing is loud. Yes, 93.8 is the loudness. Wow. So guys, prepare your earphones, your headphones, your mobiles, because yes, 93.8. It's gonna be really, really, really brutal. So get ready, set, and remember, I did warn you guys about the loudness of this engine. Oh my god. I'm deaf. I'm definitely deaf. My ears are just spinning like a broken engine. Wow, the idle noise of this engine and the way this engine shrieks when it goes on a high RPM. And when I was pumping the throttle, pushing it backward and forward like shifting down using a dual clutch gearbox, it was brutal. I love it. And of course the glowing headers, these headers were melting under high RPM. That is absolutely awesome. A brutal engine indeed. Wow, I mean, look at the car. Anyone who looks at this car will never ever suspect this thing has like that screaming engine under the hood. I mean, obviously this thing is a concept car. I mean, look at that. Only a single wiper, nothing, no details whatsoever, but the car still looks good. Wow. So 4 by all-wheel drive, obviously 2.2 seconds from 0 to 100. That's massively quick. And electric limited slip differential, plus 5 quality, semi-stick tires. Wow, carbon fiber rims. Car loves to oversteer again. Wow. Yep. Uh, oh my god, the car is not really stable on high speed. That's gonna be a very, very scary thing. I mean, all this horsepower, all this brutal acceleration, but on high speed, it's not gonna be really that controllable. Wow, that's gonna, and look at that, a bench. Can you imagine a hypercar or a supercar with a bench inside it? That's gonna be hilarious. Wow. I mean, even if we crash with this car, we have advanced 20s safety equipment, so I think we'll be all right ish. Wow. So let's export it. I like it. VC Labs going for the win. Mr. Spicy says, alright, I have to go to sleep. I'll watch the BeamNG part in the Friday live stream video. Well, have a great night, my friend. Goodbye and have an amazing night. Thank you for joining my live stream. If only automation BeamNG has interiors, yeah, it would have looked absolutely magnificent. It's gonna be really hard to do it, but it's not impossible. Maybe in future updates. So the last car that we have here, I'm not really sure if I can make a car myself with you guys because of the time. I think I'm gonna review this car and then move on to BeamNG, test all these cars and call it a night. Yeah, it's getting late and yeah, my family's here and I want to sit with them before they leave. So this car is called the Casablanca. What if Tom X, I think. Let's see. I think I have read Chevrolet LS9. Huh. The LS9 is a supercharged engine, not really a turbocharged engine, but yeah. All right. This is the looks of the car, which is as striking and as awesome as beautiful as looking. Look at that. Wow, look at how much time and effort this guy took to create this. Check out the aerodynamic things on it. This thing is gonna grip like super glue. God, my goodness, this thing is gonna be as grippy as, I don't know, like super glue. Am I the only one that looks at these headlights and guess R35 GTR-ish? I don't know. I think. But wow, how much time and effort this thing took to be created. Wow, I mean, really nice work. Now let's check the beating heart. Oh, excuse me, I was yawning a little bit, I apologize. So this thing has a 90 degrees V8 magnesium block, 6.2 liter-ish. I think the bore and stroke are correct. No, this is not correct, my friend, because every LS engine, every single LS engine, my friends, always and will always be push rod only. No double overhead cam, no single overhead camshaft, no direct acting, no. Every LS engine on Earth is push rod only. Yes, my friends, push rods only. This is wrong. This is not an LS engine. This is just a custom V8. Yeah, flat plane, plus 15 quality. Oh man, come on. Everything everything seemed perfect. Why ruining the engine with plus 15 quality? Because it's not gonna be realistic now. Now this is gonna be one of those guys that just push everything to plus 15 quality and call it a day. Man, I was expecting to see brutal engineering, not just plus 15 quality. Huh. Alright, so this thing will not be as loud as the previous engine. As you can see, 56.6 is the noise, but I mean, just in case, don't blow up your ears, just in case. Alright, let's fire it up. Yeah, not as loud. Can you imagine that? Because, goodness, I mean, the engine was really, really quiet, but then when boost kicked in, the wind noise or the boost noise is just brutal, brutal. I mean, the V8 noise just disappeared. There is no V8 anymore. Just two turbos pushing air in, pushing boosted air in. That's all that you can hear. Can you imagine how much boost? 31 psi. Can you imagine the boost noise in BeamNG? That's gonna be epic. Wow. Moving on. As you can see, the crazy style design, all-wheel drive again, dual clutch, 2.5 seconds from 0 to 100, 7-speed gearbox. Very, 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 very. I don't know. This is not correct. What is going on here? Look at the lines. This is not correct. What is going on here? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Unique lines. Very, very, very unique lines. Everything is on plus 15 quality. I'm not really impressed. I mean, I love the design of this car, but I mean, I love it. I genuinely love the looks of this car. Looks beautiful, really beautiful. But everything on plus 15 quality, that will not make me impressed at all. I apologize, but that's the truth. I'm not really impressed with plus 15 quality. But I like it. Let's export it. Let's see. Yeah, never use plus 15 quality. I mean, I want. I'm just here. I mean, the whole idea behind the live stream is to check your awesome work, your awesome, engineering, your awesome creation. And I mean, look at that. The car looks beautiful, but unfortunately, using plus 15 quality ruins the whole car. I mean, yes, technically it will make the car better. It will make it reliable. It will make it, powerful, fast, and brutal. But I'm not impressed because it's impossible to make that in real life. I mean, it just. I mean, look at the engineering time. Just I don't know, 3,000, 500, 5,000, something like that. That's not what you call impressive because anyone can just put it to plus 15 quality and make a monster really. So that's pretty much for for automation game, my friends. Now let's move on to Beam NGR. Will you test the off-road cars? Will you test cars off-road? I mean, what do you mean? Do you mean this car? Do you mean the previous car? No, I can't test it off-road. It's gonna fall off. Parts will fall off of it if I go off-road with it. I think there's a single car. Maybe I'm gonna take it off-road. You know, that small SUV thing. Maybe I'll take that one off-road. Anyway, let me fire up Let me fire up beamng.drive. Let me fire up beamng.drive and then so I apologize, but I think BeamNG is updating right now. BeamNG is updating. Yeah, I'm about to to fire up BeamNG, but it's updating. How is that possible? Let's see. Wow, wow, I'm looking at the video on my phone, the live stream on my phone, and the video stopped ish. Ah, here we go, it's working again. So BeamNG is updating. So again, as I've mentioned, this according to Steam, because Steam is updating BeamNG, it's gonna take around 2.5 minutes. So let's talk about. So we have 2.5 minutes to talk about things. So what do you have in mind, guys? What do you have in mind? Yep, a surprise update, I think. Yeah. Mr. 1994 Toyota says, can you please test the new car? What new car? I have 12 cars in automation game that I just exported that I'm gonna test. Yes, I apologize. I didn't notice, Mr. Slick, that you can't really hear me in the be right back screen. I apologize. The update is about 1 day old. I don't know. I mean, my Steam account is opened all day long, and right now, BeamNG decided to update itself. I mean, my Steam was running like all day long. And right now, I mean, talk about bad timing. Anyway, guys, we have around 1.5 minutes. So, what do you want to talk about, Willie? What's up on your mind? Do you have any question about the channel? Do you have any suggestion? Do you want to talk about something special? Anyway, let's see. Mr. Hiroshi, SBR4 electric, the new car BMG. Huh? Yes, I heard about that. I want to try it. Mr. The Blue says, what do you think about the Skyactiv X rotary? Wow, they made the rotary? I mean, I know the Skyactiv engines from Mazda, but I don't know, did they actually make a rotary? Wow, I need to check that. What happened to my car? It's called the nitrogen. What do you mean what happened to your car? What car? Where? What nitrogen? Marta says team challenge. Well, my friend, I don't know if you have suggested it on Discord or not, but people didn't vote for it, so I apologize. What is your dream car if you had unlimited money? Well, let's see. If I had unlimited money, I would go with a Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR and an SLR McLaren and an F1 GTR. Yeah, many cars, but I would go with a CLK GTR because that's my boyhood dream. Or a Lamborghini Diablo SV, in yellow and the SV in black written on it. Let's see. I put it in the chat channel at the beginning of the week. Really, Mr. Mr. Kovet, come on, dude. I mean, you said in the chat channel. I mean, chat channel is a non-stop channel. I mean, people keeps on talking and talking and talking. That means the the car that you have put in there, it will just disappear. I can't really. I don't know. Also, and you said at the beginning of the week. I mean, I don't remember what did I eat last night. So yeah, I apologize, but you should, my friend Mr. Corvette, you should have submitted your car in the live stream submitting page, not on the chatting page. So Mr. Yeah, Mr. I forgot what web ghost or something like this says, did you play Need for Speed Underground 2? Oh, of course, my friend. Oh, of course, I've played Need for Speed Underground 2. I've played nearly all Need for Speed games, nearly all of them. Yes, Space Ghost. Yes, I've played nearly all of Need for Speed games, nearly all of them, except the first and the second. The classic ones. No, I didn't actually play those. But Need for Speed 3, Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Hot Pursuit 2, Hot Pursuit 3, Need for Speed Underground, Underground 2, Need for Speed the original Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, and let's see what else. What else did I play? I don't know. Need for Speed. I forgot. I forgot. And the new Most Wanted and the new which one is the last? Which one is the latest one? I forgot. Yes, Payback. Payback. Also, I've played that one also. So yes, I've played nearly all Need for Speed games, and of course, Need for Speed Underground 2 will always be my all-time favorite Need for Speed, next to the original Need for Speed Most Wanted. I love those two games. Uh, yeah, Mr. Yes, Mr. Christoph. Yes, Porsche 2000 Unlimited Need for Speed. Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that game so much, because that game taught me everything about Porsche history. The 356, the 550 Spider, the 959, the classic 911s, the GT1s, the GT2. I love that game. I adore that game, and I miss it really. Need for Speed, the Most Wanted, yes, the original one, the 2005, is also amazing. I remember actually when I actually finished the game, and when I actually beaten Razor, and got the BMW M3 GTR, and then that pursuit, the end pursuit. I remember when I was driving, that was brutal. That was like, I mean, the best thing ever. The Porsche Unleashed, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So I put it in the stream cars at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week, or a day before the live stream, it will be better actually. Yeah, the perfect place to do pursuit chases. Yeah, indeed, Need for Speed Most Wanted. My favorite car in Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005, was. I know some of you will say it's not really the best one, but I don't know. I loved the Mustang, the same one that Razor had. But of course, not because he made it to look like a rice mobile, but you know what I mean. I love the Mustang GT over there. I didn't really like the supercars, like for example the Ford GT. I'm not really a fan of it in Need for Speed, not in Need for Speed Carbon, and not in the Most Wanted. I didn't really like it, but I like the Mustang. I remember the CLK, the Mercedes Benz, the CLK 500, I think. The Lotus was brutal. I don't know. The Mitsubishi, of course, the Evo was amazing also. Oh, Cross! Oh, my friends, you are bringing. Right now, I'm smiling and remembering everything. Cross with his legendary Corvette. And do you remember the scene? Do you remember the scene when Cross took his car keys and just scratched the hell out of the BMW paint job? Scratch it from the front or from the side to the front. I remember that. And if you could actually remember, Need for Speed was also about girls also. Like for example, in Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005, there was that blonde girl Mia, I think, and in Need for Speed Underground 2, there was that Rachel girl, and in Need for Speed Carbon, there was that girl also. anyway, Vojier, that's the name of her in real life, but I forgot the name of her in the game, in the story. Oh, I just miss those games so much, so much, so much. And I told you guys, I told you before. Come on, guys, let's make next Friday. Let's make the next Friday live stream about memory lane. Let's play Need for Speed games next week. What do you think, guys? Should I actually make the next live stream about memory lane, playing Need for Speed games, classic ones, because I still have the CDs, I still have the games. What do you think? Should we make that? Should we make that? Should we make that actually in the next week? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Because I would love to do that. So yes, I think Mr. Christoph, I think I still have the Porsche Unleashed CD. I think I still have it somewhere. I need to search in my in my old drawers and something. When I find it, I will put a picture of it on my Discord. When I find the CDs, I'll put pictures of them on my Discord because yes, I would love to do like a memory lane, next live stream, to play Need for Speed games, to play like Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, Need for Speed Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, and I don't know, maybe Payback if we have some time. Why not? Yes, I still have the CD. I have the original CD for my Need for Speed Underground 2. Yes, I still have it. I still have it right now. It's in front of me, like actually. If I have a webcam, I can show you. So let me check BeamNG. Let me check BeamNG, see if it's actually done updating or not. All right, my friend. As you can see, we are back, but in BeamNG.drive. As you can see, the game is running on 4K. No, I don't want to play on 4K. I don't want to destroy my graphics card because this game is really demanding. And no, I don't want to play it on 4K. But anyway, the game has finished updating. Let me plug in my controller so I can begin testing your crazy cars. Now I forgot to delete or to remove old cars in the game, so I think we have like, as you can see, 55 cars inside the game. So yes, we have a ton of cars inside it. So let's see. Uh, yes, can you test the SBT electric now? All right, so I need. Oh, let it. Oh, stop. Before we begin testing everything, check it out now. The menu has been updated. Look at that. So the menu looks different. What is this campaign? So we have campaign, driver testing, scenes of destruction, rookie. I mean, I know the rookie start or the rookie start. I know this one, but what are these? A weekend at Road Atlanta, Hustle the Bustle. What is that? Wow. Scenarios. Let's see what's different. Some of them are different. Some of them are mods. Huh. Not bad. Not bad. Time trails. Everything. Look at that. Track builder, light runner. Wow. So let's see. I need to check BeamNG when I finish this live stream. I need to check it. So let's go to the Top Gear test track because I love this test track so much. And then let's go and test the electric car. Here we go. It takes a little while for it to course, to load. Here we go. Everything is loaded perfectly, I think. Let's see. What is the new electric car? Where is it? We have, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What is this electric car that that you are all talking about? I can't really find it. Where is it? Wh- What electric car, my friends? I can't really find it. Go to the SBR4. Like I know what SBR4 means. What is the SBR4? Roshi SBR4. Hiroshi SBR4. Where are you? Ah, here we go. This is the Hiroshi SBR4. Ah, this one. Yeah, this one, the ESBR4 800. So there are like two versions of it. What's different? Ah, this I think this one is more powerful. All right, so I'm gonna test the 500 first, and then I'm gonna go with the 800 first. So let's go with the 500 first. Here we go. No traction control. Traction control is for losers. Here we go. Look at that. Huh. So details wise, it's actually a very nice things. Huh. Nice steering, nice looking, huh? I like it. So let's see. Huh. It's not bad really. Is it all-wheel drive? Yes, of course it's all-wheel drive. Every wheel has its own engine. Yes, of course it's all-wheel drive, yeah. Wow, look at the torque. Instant torque, of course. That's electric. That is the power of electricity. Looks good. Look at that. So BeamNG is actually going with the flow of technology. Wow. So this thing loves to understeers a little bit, so I need to be careful because this thing loves to push all of its torque instantly. So you need to be really careful when to push the throttle. But yeah, I know, of course, I know it's configurable. Of course, I can configure this to make it as perfect as possible. But out of the box, first because this is my first time ever trying it. I've never driven this before. This is the first time. Yeah, yeah. This is the Top Gear test track. Yeah. So first thing, as you can see, I like it. Look at the torque. Wow, instant torque. Look at the reverse lights. Oh my God, instant torque. Wow, I just love it. All right, so this is the weak version or the 500 version. Let's pick the other version. Wow, let's pick the other version, which is I think the more powerful beast. Look at the torque. Rear motor, as you can see, 500 pound-feet of torque. Wow. Here we go. Ready? Let's see, what are the main differences? So the interior is somehow greener-ish, as you can see. I like it. The exterior is more brutal with more details, more vents, and this beautiful green color. All right, so let's see. Whoa. Wow, it's much faster. Yeah, much faster. Brakes are a little bit better in the previous car. Here we go. Wow. Still loves to understeer, so I need to be careful. Whoa. Wow. Goodness. Alright, so I need to be careful with it. It's not really as sharp as the previous car. but the speed is just beautiful. This car reminds me with where when Jeremy Clarkson brought that green SLS. Remember that when he raced that V8 black SLS against the green torch. Really? Yep. Huh. Yep. Put it in park. An electric drift mobile. Wow. Yeah, this thing reminds me of the same episode, V8 versus of course electricity. Absolutely similar to that. Very, very similar to that episode. And you can understand why this car versus its this car being, as electric car versus its petrol brother or petrol sister or whatever. So yeah, let's see which version can we actually compare it to. Of course, it's the all-wheel drive twin turbo S2. That's the version that I think we can compare it to. Yeah, that's the version that we can actually compare it to it. Yeah, we can compare the electric car with this. Yeah, as you can see, the petrol car is not as fast as the electric car, when it comes to acceleration, but it's really sharp, and as you can see, the blow-off valve noise is just beautiful. And dual clutch gearbox really helps. But it's fast, look at that. Look at that 19.5 PSI of boost. Wow. So yes, we can actually compare those two cars, the 800, that electric car, with this. Yep, you can compare it really, really nice with this car. I love it. Really, really nice. Oh, sorry to see you go, Mr. 1994 Toyota Supra. Good night, my friend. Have an amazing Friday, my friend. It's really good. I mean, the electric car is faster, I think, but I think in a straight line, maybe the petrol will win. I would love to test the top speed. I would love to see the top speed of these two cars in a straight line. So let's head to the endless highway map. Let's head to the endless highway map, and because I want to see the top speed. Just call me SB. Ah, here we go. Call me SB. Good night. Good night, my friend. Let's see. I want to test the electric car top speed and the regular one. Oh, sorry to see you, Mr. Go Space Ghost. I'll see you very, very soon, my friend. So, here we go. Electric car. Let's see the top speed of this thing. Ready, steady, and... Whoa, boost. Sorry, not boost. Torque. Look how quiet this thing. Ah, I think it's limited. Ah, it's limited, I think, or maybe that's its limit. Look at that. Yeah, the famous endless highway from the V16 King, yeah. So as you can see, this thing is limited to 255. Yeah, so I think top speed wise, the petrol car will definitely be faster than this. Definitely. I mean, 250, it's easy. It's easy to go faster than this car with a petrol engine. Yep, let's see. Yeah, I know, of course, if you remove the limiter, it can go faster, but I'm talking, stock. I'm talking, stock tune. Look at that. We are already faster. Petrol cars can go faster than electric cars in a straight line, or top speed wise. So look at that. The petrol can definitely go faster. Even if you remove the limiter of the electric car, look at that. Whoa, it's not really stable. I need to be careful with it. It's not really stable. Yeah, yes, Mr. Nismo, yes, this is a new update. Look at that. You can go like 339, 340. So I think petrol win. 341. Yes, Mr. The Blue. Yes, of course it will fly, but it's not gonna be realistic. But look at that. 343. Wow, look at the brakes. The brakes are actually very nicely tuned by the BeamNG developers. No burnout. Unfortunately, this is not a muscle car. It will never do a burnout. Anyway, let's go to automation test track and test your cars, my friends. I mean, I love the electric car. It's a nice update and everything. I genuinely love it. Really do, but let's go to the automation test track. Right now, Mr. Christoph, right now. Okay, so I know, Mr. The Blue. I know this is a game. It's not 100% realistic, but it's they call it a simulator, I think. So I don't know. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you. Of course, anyone can tune and modify these cars and make them, do like a zillion miles per hour. Of course, they can do that. I don't. I really don't like to tune cars. I just like to keep them as stock as it is. From automation game to BeamNG, and that's it. Anyway, the first car that we are going to, as you can see, look at that. Before we start testing, look at that. I mean, all of these cars are just from the sleeper challenge. So we have 12 cars to test. The first car is called the Alpha Spirit, which looks similar to a Golf. A lot of you said it looks like a Golf. This thing I think has, look at that, just a chassis. Here we go. The body is being loaded. Wow, it's taking its time. So this thing has an inline four engine, turbocharged, of course. Look at that. The gearbox is not really lining up correctly with the engine. That's not really good. The developers should fix that. 250 horsepower ish. Here we go. Let's test. Let's see how this thing will perform. It's front wheel drive, by the way. Wow, you can definitely tell that this game is being updated recently. Yeah, the Mark 5 Golf. Yeah, that thing was brutal. Do you remember? If you can remember the name of the person who drove that Golf in Most Wanted 2005, you are a legend. Which character from Need for Speed drove the Golf? Come on, come on, come on! You can remember that. Which character from Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 drove the Golf? How is it to drive? It actually drives nice. Not bad, really. I would prefer manual gearbox from dual clutch, but it's good. Whoa, this thing loves to lose control, so I have to be careful. Yes, he was on the 15, but what's his name? Come on, he has a very, very silly name. It's easy name. An easy, easy name. What do you think his name was? I think his name was Sunny. Sunny, Sunny, something like this. Mr. What? Mr. Fixon says BMG after the update don't want to start and I can't test my car. Yeah, his name is Sunny, yeah. Oh, what was the idiot in the 14th place? I think he used to have like a Mitsubishi something, I don't know, Eclipse or something. And there was a guy with an Evo, I think, a Lancer Evo, in white and blue. And there was also a girl, a Japanese or Asian girl with a Mercedes Benz. And there was, I forgot. And there was someone with a green Corvette. I think his name was like yes, yes, Alexis, yes, Alexis, an orange something, brown something Lexus. And I think he was bald, right? He was bald. I think the he was bald, right? I think he was bald, or at least someone on the blacklist was bald, as I quite remember. And there was also another girl has a Mustang, and another girl with a Mercedes 500. Yeah, wow, the memories. I forgot who actually came in the Eclipse. Wow, I mean, it was a very, 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 very long time since I've played that game. Wow, I love it. I love that game. Absolutely. Oh, the memories. Guys, do you remember if you actually played Need for Speed Most Wanted for a long time, you can actually get special special parts. Do you remember that? Because when you want to update your car, or upgrade your car, you have the regular, packages, or regular, regular parts that you can purchase from any shop. But there were also some, they call them like background, or back shelves, or yes, junkman. And oh my god, I forgot the name. I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot. Yeah, the junkyard parts, or junkman or something. Yeah, those special parts. And if you actually if you have like if you had like, because no one can ever get all the junkman parts, unless of course you are a very, very lucky duck. uh, but if you manage to do that, because if you unlock all these junkman parts when you are building a car, outside in the main menu, there is like, you can build a special car, for free. And if you can put the junkman parts on it, you can get all the 3 lines. I think 3 lines, like, I don't know, top speed or acceleration and braking, something like this. You can get them all maxed out. I remember that a friend of mine showed me that you can actually max all the lines together, max them all to the end. Because as we all know, cars are different. Some cars are good in handlings, some cars are good in top speed, some cars are good in acceleration. But if you can put all the junk man parts on the cars, on a single car with, of course, the regular parts, yes, you can actually get all the lines maxed out. So you can get like the perfect car, whatever it is. You can get like the perfect, even a Fiat Punto. Do you remember the Fiat Punto, the cheap one, the white one? Yes, you can get it actually to do very, 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 very fast speeds. if you actually tune it correctly. Wow, I love that game so much. I see the darkness in BeamNG. Why? I don't know. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. The next car is this one, the Casablanca something, which is really fast, but unfortunately plus 15 quality. Let's see, even if the cars have the same line length are still different. The Lotus has more grip than any other Mac. Yes, yes, that's correct. The Lotus, the Lotus, that car was something else. Can you imagine trying to create a Junkman parts in automation? I would love to do that. Why not? Next live stream, I promise you guys, next live stream, I will try my best to play Need for Speed games. Now, this thing has 1,300 and something horsepower. Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct, Mr. Slick. Yes, the Burger King. Yes, the Burger King race. Yes, the Burger King race. I remember that. I remember that the Burger King race. You have to play it, win it, and then you will get those Junkman parts. Yes, that's correct. Thank you for the memories. Awesome. All right, let's test this thing. Yeah. Yeah, I told you a friend of mine showed me that. A friend of mine showed me how to get all the Junkman parts. Yes, of course, using that Burger King cheat code something. Because I used to have the game on PlayStation 2 and I didn't have internet connection back then, and a friend of mine showed me that. Look at this car here. Whoa, it's not stable. No, it's not stable. Oh, no, it's not stable, my friend. It's grippy, yes. It's fast, yes. It's loud, yes. But it's not stable. Whoa. So, Mr. Marta says, how does this thing feels to drive? Well, scary. The first word comes to mind because this thing, I mean, it's fast, it's super grippy. Because look, check out the aerodynamical things. Look, check out how many aerodynamical features this thing has. Look at that front. Look how many front lip, even side lip. Look at that, and the rear, many lips, and of course a rear diffuser. Yeah, and it doesn't really break that well actually. So it's a fast car, yes. It grips somehow around some corners, but in a straight line, it's not stable at all. The brakes are overheating. It did, Mr. Marcos. It did actually try to put itself into the wall. It did, but I somehow magically saved it. When I was going, into the automation straight line, I tried to corner it, keep it on, keep the fuel on, but unfortunately, yeah, it did actually spin out, but I managed to keep it, unfortunately. but it's good. I mean, I love this car. The power is really good. The gearbox ratios are really good. The aerodynamical things on it are working ish, but unfortunately, it's not really what you call stable at high speed. This thing keeps on dancing and wants to spin out and crash. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I can give this car like 7 out of 10. I can give it 7 out of 10 because of the styling. The styling is brutally awesome, and some anything else about this car? The engine is good, but unfortunately, everything is just plus 15 quality, which makes this thing is not. I mean, this thing can never get 10 out of 10 because it's not stable and because it's plus 15 quality. Yeah, I mean, nice effort, but yeah, better luck next time. Moving on, the next vehicle that we have here, as you can see, all of these are just from the previous live stream, except this one, the Cruise something. Let's see. Now, this is a car from 1986, which was created by Mr. Spicy and someone else with him. I mean, I don't know. When I first looked at this car, I thought this thing is much more modern than 1985. That's the first thing. The second thing is plus 15 quality. I forgot, but I think plus 15 quality on some parts, and I'm not really impressed with the styling. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't want to be. I don't want. I really don't want to be offensive to Mr. Spicy or whoever created this car, but yeah. And of course, yes, I remembered right now. I remembered right now, the engine is only making 160 horsepower, and everything on this engine is plus 15 quality. So that's why I'm not impressed. Let's see. Wow, the engine is so weak, I can't make a burnout. Wow. Anyway, it's rear-wheel drive, by the way. Wow, the engine is so weak. I apologize, but the engine is really weak. Oh my goodness. Yes. I really don't want to be rude. I really don't want to say anything about Mr. Spicy because he actually made some nice cars before, but I don't know what in God's name he was thinking when he created this car. Um, let's see how much speed this thing can actually achieve. Cross. Wow, this thing is really low on power. Really low on power. Brakes are surprisingly the brakes are good. And somehow it managed to do a power slide, I guess. Look at the brakes, or maybe because I'm not really going that fast. So Mr. Slick says he did only look. It only looks. I did the engine, and the reason I put less because I wanted to get more power. On zero it has only 100 horsepower. Yes, my friend. Look, I know that you want to get more horsepower, but in the olden days, if you want to get more horsepower, you need a big fat engine. You can't really get much horsepower out of a small engine. So if you want power, you need like a V6 or a V8 maybe. But if you want an inline four, I mean you have to accept what it is, which is 100 horsepower max. That's it. Plus 15 quality, my friend, ruins the whole idea because it's not realistic. It's not really what you call nice engineering. I apologize, but that's true. That's yes, or turbos. If you want to keep the inline four, you can go with a turbo. Anyway, Mr. The Blue says feels like the beginning of Need for Speed games, low power. Yes, I remember Need for Speed Underground 2. The first car that I always get in Need for Speed Underground 2 when I start the game, the first car that I always choose is of course the Nissan 240 or 240. I think it's 240 SX, something like this. Yes, that's the one. I never chose. I've never chosen the Peugeot or the Focus. I've never chosen those two cars. Most of the time I'm not using the quality 95% of my cars are. Yes, I understand that, Mr. Slick, and I really appreciate that because using zero quality I mean I can accept like plus five quality, plus three quality, to help the engine, to help you with your creation. But more than that, it's not really, it's just a waste of resources. And I know your cars. I've seen some of your cars, Mr. Slick. I've seen some of your cars, and your cars are good, Mr. Slicks. I've seen some of your engines and some of your cars. You can make amazing engines. So yeah, don't do that again with this one. But you did actually made some amazing cars, Mr. Slick. So keep the good work. Mr. Butterman says Beam got a new reverse wine. Ah, that's interesting. Mr. Martin says, would you like to take a Condor and a Lacera off-road? Yes, we have a Condor. Where is the Condor? Here we go. We have the Condor here. Let's see. Let's take them off-road or, rally, not really off-road, rally. Awesome. Good work, my friend. Now, now this thing here has a 200 horsepower, 1.6 liter engine. Sounds good, actually, right? Should I lock the differentials or should I leave them open? What do you think? Oops. Whoa. Oops. Wow. The suspension is really bumpy. Suspension is really, what do you call, wants to bump, and yeah, that made the car jump from one lane to another. Anyway, we can fix that when we reach over there. All right, let's try and lock the differential and see if we can actually if we can actually make a difference. Come on, fix the car here. Whoa, look at that! Locking the differential. Locking the differential made this thing to be a drift monster. Wow. Wow. Locking the differential made this thing to be a drift monster. Huh. Wow, I apologize. I'm not really paying attention to the chat, but wow, so far so good. This 1.6 liter engine, 200 horsepower, is actually quite a fun. Wow, it's actually so much fun. Suspension is actually not bad on dirt. I mean, it's jumpy as you can see. Wow, it's so jumpy. Wow, not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, it's actually quite fun. You can actually go rallying with this car. You can take the family to school and then go to the rally circuit and have fun with it. That sounds good. Crash it. All right. What? Oh my God. Yes, Mr. Battery. So Mr. Battery is correct. Listen, listen. Mr. Battery is correct. Listen, listen. Wow. So we have reverse wine. We have some reverse wine. That's cool. Not bad. Not bad. To make the game more realistic. Not bad at all. All right, so the Condor is done. The Condor is done. We have tested that on the off-road. Now let's take the Lasara. The Lasara is a close replica to a Subaru Outback. So that's nice. And according to Mr. The Blue, that's neat. Now, the next car is an awesome car. It has a three. This car here has a 3-liter V6, but look at it. It's called the Lasara, but it looks very close to a Subaru Outback. It's called the Lasara Wide Track, as you can see, all-wheel drive. Has a 3-liter V6 under the hood, making 275 horses. So let's see how this beautiful V6 actually cope. Hello, Mr. Nick. Hello, my friend. Manual gearbox. Second is better than third around corners. Very jumpy suspension. Oops. Whoa, very jumpy suspension. So let's reset the car. A lot of you guys told me that I can do that, but unfortunately the engine is already destroyed. So let's reset the car again. So suspension is really jumpy. It's all right. You can get used to that. But in general, this car is actually very nice. Very nice. I like it. I like this car so much. I like this car so much. Looks good. Drives good. Suspension feels very comfy. Yep, suspension is really jumpy. Wow, this thing does understeer a little bit, so we need to be really careful with it. I apologize. I'm not really paying attention to the chat. So yes, this thing actually understeers a little bit, but when you put your foot hard down enough, it will oversteer. But it's good. I mean, this thing lives up to its name. This thing actually lives up to its name, which is of course the white track, or as a lot of you will say, it looks like a Subaru Outback. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It looks like a typical family station wagon and definitely drives really, really nice. So that's very cool. What is more scary to drive, the Chinese Zonda or the Belonga or the Casablanca? So far, the Chinese Zonda is in the first place. So far, the Chinese Zonda is in the first place. All right, now let's go and test the Casablanca something. Let's see. Stop this one here. Let's choose the next car. So we did the Condor, we did oh we forgot to do the Creo something. This thing has, according to the creator of it, the RS6 2008 Audi engine. Oh, Mr. Riley, sorry to see you go. Mr. Marta says I tuned it more for the road. And I mean, good work. Good work. I mean, tuned it for the road, but it's drive not bad on the off the road also. So good work. So this thing according to the creator of it, as you can see, had before, in a previous life, had a V6 engine, but he replaced the engine underneath, as you can see, with a twin turbocharged V10 from an Audi RS6. That's how he said. It's not 100% correct, but it's not bad. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, listen. I think Wow, listen. So I think the new BeamNG update made the sequential gearbox to make the legendary sequential whine, because as we all know, the gears they call them straight cut gears, I think, in the sequential gearbox, which makes its special whining noise. Listen. Oh, sorry about that. Oops, damn it. Let me reset the car again. Look at that in a straight line. What is that noise? Wow, lots of details. This is just gearbox noise. Listen. Wow. Yes, race cars are definitely incoming. Wow. So if you actually select if your car actually has sequential gearbox, you can actually hear the gearbox whining. Wow. Absolutely amazing. And did you hear the suspension doing like some creaking or shrieking noise, like something like this? I think because the suspension is too soft. Look how soft the suspension. Yep, suspension is so soft, so you can actually, when you turn the wheel, you can actually hear the suspension creaking. Look, listen. Wow, you can definitely hear it. Wow, more details. Oops. Wow, more details, please. I just love it. All right, let's see how this thing will actually go. Let's reset the car again. Wow, look at that. Put it in reverse. Put the brakes on. Wow. Wow, how unique is this? All right, here we go. Wow, it's definitely a drift car ish. Listen to the gearbox. Wow. Oh my god, listen, listen. Listen. Oh my god. Brake fading. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oops. Anyway, this car is really fun. Unfortunately, the suspension is too soft, and suspension is really soft, which makes it unpredictable. Look at that. I don't know if this thing will. I mean, look at that. You go into a corner, it drifts. Maybe it will grip. Maybe it will keep on sliding. But it's really fun. It's definitely super fun. I like this car. I mean, even if this car had like the worst suspension ever or the worst brakes ever, but the engine definitely works. And this gearbox, this sequential gearbox with its of course straight cut gears, is just absolutely magnificent. Wow, I will definitely maybe later or maybe tomorrow morning, I will definitely make a racing car with a racing screaming V10 and of course with a sequential gearbox. My god, the combination of a screaming V10 and a straight cut geared sequential gearbox, it's going to be racing, fully on racing. Semi slick tires, or I mean, obviously needs super or fully slick tires, but unfortunately, the only thing that we have here is semi slick, so we have to make do with that, but it's gonna be sick, absolutely magnificent. Thank you, the Beam NG developers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for making the game more realistic. Whining reverse, whining sequential gearbox, and of course suspension noise. Now we have suspension noise, as you can see. When the suspension is too soft, it will shriek and creak. Awesome, awesome indeed. All right, the next vehicle. Yes, now we are going to test the OME and the Cookie Monster 2019 Crown Vic. Wow, wow, wow. Mr. Martin says make a racing version of this car. Well, why not? I think yes. I don't know. I like it. I think I like that. I think I like this four-door stand. Why not? All right. Now, the next vehicle was created by Mr. OMA and Mr. Cookie Monster. They wanted to give me something because I love the Crown Vic because it's dear to my heart, and it's of course my daily racing car. They wanted to give me something, special, and they called this the 2019. They called it the Crown Victoria 2019 model, with, of course, the Ford V6 EcoBoost engine, the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost. And as you can see, they went with very, very modern and stylish look. As you can see, they kept the same 1996 body, as you can see, which looks very, very cool, and they made it super, super modern. So let's see, and it's still a real drive. Yep, we have 9-speed gearbox. I mean, it's not a light car; it's a heavy car, but it's a very, very fun car, definitely. This thing has, I think, 350-ish horsepower, rear-wheel drive, 9-speed automatic gearbox. It's like 2 ton heavy. All right, let's see. Straight line performance. Here we go. Not bad so far. What do you think about it, guys? What do you think about it? Look at that. Wow, it's actually grippy. You can just keep your foot on it and it will grip. Wow. That's very, very strange for a Crown Vic. Definitely a nice car. It's torquey, it's powerful, it's fast-ish. So what do you think about it, guys? Oops, went to neutral for a moment. It's a nice car. A fine boat. Yeah, a fine boat indeed. Wow, drives really, really nice, and it's efficient. It's really efficient. I think how much, what kind of MPG this thing is doing. I'm not really suspecting it to be super efficient, but it's definitely gonna be more efficient than a V8, and it can do a nice burnout. All right, here we go. Nice car indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. OME and Mr. Cookie Monster, for this car. Nice work. All right, let's test the next car then. So we have tested this Crown Vic OME. Oh, now we are going to test some lovely classic monsters. The next car is called the OME Impala Imperial LX. That's gonna be sick. Let's see your comments, guys. Just got here. Sees what BN's live stream. Hello, Mr. Morgan. Hello, my friend. Mr. Dermat. Hello, my friend. Also, thank you so much for joining my live stream. What is the name of the fuel consume app? They call it the Trip Computer. They call this one Trip Computer. You have like total distance, average speed, average fuel consumption. If it says not available or something like this, just reset it and it will work. Just reset it and it will work. Yes, that's the name of it. Hello, Mr. Morgan. Hello, my friend. All right, so the next vehicle, it was also created by Mr. OME and of course Mr. Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster, he did the engine, and of course Mr. OME did this amazing body style. Check it out. It says Impala. Check out the Impala badge on the side. Very stylish. Look at the Impala back there. Look at that. Imperial looks amazing. 1960s, 50s, beautiful classic beasts. This thing has an 8.3 liter. Check it out, an 8.3 liter V8 under the hood. As you can see, running two DCOE carbs. Yep. So it's gonna be sick. Let's see. It's a 3-speed automatic. So it's gonna be. Whoa! Look at that. Talking about boats. Drifting boats. Here we go. Engine sounds good. Drifting the boats. Look at that. Looks like amazing looking American classic. 4 disc brakes, no drums. Come on, straight line performance. This is second gear. We only have 3 gears. So let's see. Wow, third gear. It's not bad really. So top speed is not really that high. And it's grippy. Wow, look at that. I mean, you will not be the fastest man, but definitely you will be the most stylish man ever on the track if you arrive at this. I mean, of course, people will laugh at you if you turn up with this car, but at least you will be stylish. Beautiful, beautiful details. Absolutely magnificent. Wow, the brakes. Oh my god. Look at that. Yes, the brakes are like typical 1960s brakes. Yeah, they are not really available. The engine is powerful, yes, but brakes are not. Anyway, look at that. The brakes are 100% and the car is not stopping. Wow, the brakes are 100% and the car is not stopping. All right. I love this car so much, but it's typical 1960s love. Now we have seen the classic version of it. Now let's see the modern version of it, because Mr. OME also and Mr. Cookie Monster here, both of them also provided us with the modern version. Yes, yes, Mr. Christoph. Yes, correct. Brakes. What brakes? There are no brakes. The car will stop on its own. Now let me show you the modern version of it, because we have seen the Imperial Classic version. Now this is the modern version of it. Check it out. I mean, check it out. This is the Imperial 2020 model of the same car. Check out the headlights. My goodness. Look at that. Look at the hood. 8.2 liter V8, flat plane crankshaft. Look at that. Look at the details. Look at that Imperial. Wow. This thing is making around 600 horsepower, not only 200. Yep, it's definitely a look at the brakes. Look at the reverse lights. Wow, where are the indicators? Let me check. The indicators are not really, obvious on the rear side, but definitely it's beautiful. Let's see. It's a luxurious beast here, so it's not really what you call, you know, a sporty beast, but oh, it's not bad really. I mean, it's still a boat, but at least this is like a sporty boat. It's still a boat. Check out the engine or the engine cover. Wow. What a beast. 694 horsepower. Yeah, the brakes, as you can see, because this is a heavy car, not really impressive. Wow. But somehow this thing grips. Wow. Beautiful. What a beautiful car. I mean, yes, the suspension is too soft, as you can see. Look at that. Ow. The engine sounds brutal. When the car takes off, the engine sounds brutal. Nice car indeed. Quick update, 680 horsepower, 365 in the rear and slicks. Ah, anyway, what do you think about this car, guys? What do you think about this, luxurious concept from the same previous car, which is the Imperial Impala, the classic one? What do you think about this one? You have seen how this thing drives and you have seen how this thing looks. What do you think about it? I would love to know that. All right, moving on. Let's see. Next car. Next car. Ah, yeah. This one's called the I don't know, chandelier something. So how many cars we have? We have one, two, and three. So we have three cars left. All right. So let's test this one called the I don't know, Sh- Schindler Arno. Here we go. Schindler Arno. So Mr. The Blue says I don't like the headlights. Mr. Martes says drag race it versus the Curio. How in God's name? How to pronounce that? What Schindler? Schindler? I don't know. Anyway, Schindler something. So this thing has, I forgot. This thing has an inline six turbo, I think, making around making around 293 horsepower. Looks not bad, and it used to be all-wheel drive. We have converted this thing to um, to all-wheel drive instead of 4x4. So let's see how this thing will perform. We have fixed many things on it, like the suspension, I think, balance the brakes. Made it quicker from 0 to 100. All right. So the rear is actually not bad. Not bad at all, the rear in BeamNG. The animation game, the car looked very, very bland, very tasteless. You know, there is nothing really special going on. But in BeamNG, it's not bad really. I think in BeamNG looks much better. But in the animation game, it looked really, really tasteless. Yeah, empty, basic. There's nothing really special going on. That was in the automation game, but in BeamNG it's not bad really. And it's super grippy. Not bad. Brakes, good. It's not bad really. I'm not gonna finish the lap because this thing is not really that fast. But check it out. The headlights are, I mean, it looks basic, you know, super basic. It's not really what I call impressive, but it works. The concept works. Here we go. All right, the next car. Downforce does the job. I see. Yeah, drive the ACM. What ACM? Anyway, we have two cars left. We have the Scorpion Lightning something and the VC Labs. Here we go. Now the next, let's see Scorpion first. Inline 5, really? Wow, I thought it was inline 6. Anyway, now this car here, as you can see, the engine is super laggy. This thing has a very, 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 very special design, as you can see, as a supercar. Look at the brakes, indicators. Wow, reverse lights. Ah, do a lap in the Pigeon. Oh, hello, good night, Mr. Martez. I'll see you very, very soon, my friend. All right, I'll do a lap in the Pigeon in a minute. Let me first practice with this. 1,500 something horsepower. Wow, somehow it's grippy. Wow, actually good. Wow, actually good. True racing car. No, stop, stop, stop. Wow, I have to use the handbrake. Whoa. again. Wow. What a beast! Actually, when I first saw this in automation game, I thought to myself, "Oh, this thing will just be one of those 1,000 something horsepower car that will never grip, that will never be stable." But this thing proved me wrong. This thing actually grips and hooks to the ground like super glue, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, the horsepower is really laggy. The engine is super laggy, unfortunately, but when the turbo kicks in, you can just keeps on shifting up, shifting up, shifting up, and the engine just keeps on going and going and going. That is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love this thing. Very, very, very nice car indeed. I mean, so far it's the best and the most controllable, supercar with a 1,500 horsepower I've ever tested so far. Absolutely beautiful. All right, the last car, it's called the VC Labs um, Doulas. All right, let's see. Also, this VC Lab something is also 1,000 something ish horsepower car. Let's see. Look at this. Listen. Oh my God! Listen to that. Guys, guys, I suggest to lower your device volume. I suggest you lower your device volume, so you won't damage it. Yeah, because this thing is just super loud. Right. God, my ears are bleeding. What a super loud car this is. I mean, wow, just wow. I mean, let me rephrase whatever I said. I mean, because the fake Chinese Zonda, that thing was pretty much undrivable on the racetrack, but in a straight line, that thing was brutally fast. This car here, this one, the VC Labs, comes in the second place. You can actually drive it on the track, but it's really scary because a little mistake and this thing can actually end up in a wall easily. You can end up, in a ditch, in a wall, around a tree easily. In the third place, which is of course the most stable one of the bunch, is the car before this one, which was the I forgot which was the name of it. That white thing, this one, yes, the Scorpion. This thing is the most stable and the most safe car with 1500 horsepower I've ever driven in my whole automation, I don't know, career or something. You know what I mean? This thing is really, really grippy, really, really stable. The VC Labs is really fast, really loud, really flamboyant, but it can crash and it will crash easily. Unlike the fake Zonda, which is a car that we have tested before, that thing was pretty much undrivable. So let's read some of the comments. That feeling when you don't talk because the even will not hear. Yeah, and because I'm focusing so hard when I'm not talking, that means I'm focusing really, really hard. Mr. Marcus says, so how does it feel to drive? I bet he's quite a handful like the Casablanca. The Casablanca, which one was the Casablanca? I forgot. The Casablanca. Wow, I forgot the C. This is the C. Which one is the Casablanca? Oh, this one. Yes, the Casablanca. I forgot about this one. So, so this one is also a handful car. This one is also the same as the VC Lab. It will crash easily, but you can drive it. You can drive it, but it will also crash easily. So very, very nice work for the Scorpion because this thing is just super, super stable. VC Labs is a flamboyant car. I love it, but it will crash easily. All right, so we have tested all the car. Let's see who requested the pigeon. Mr. Radioactive. Mr. Radioactive. He actually requested me to do a lap in the pigeon. Huh. I hate the pigeon because it will tip over easily. But let's see. Let's select the best version without the stabilizers. All right, let's try from the beginning. This brings back the Reliant Robin bad memories. Here we go. Pigeon lap around automation test track. Ah, no burnout. All right. Sorry, man. I can't really test any more cars. I've already tested 12 cars. I need to be really careful with this one, not tip it over. Whoa. I need to be really careful. Pigeon. The vehicle that you never want to drive fast. Oh my god. Reliant Robin. Bad memory. I apologize, guys. I really want to test more cars. I know that you want to see your cars in the live stream. I really want to test like a million cars for you. I mean, I'll be more than happy with that. But unfortunately, my family is here and they are waiting for me since 10 p.m. and now it's 12 a.m. So I'm gonna just finish this car here, this lap, and call it a night. Wow, it's not really stable. Whoa, it's not stable at all. Come on, pigeon. Come on, you ugly three-wheeler. So yes, you can do a lap with this thing, but you need to be really careful with what kind of speed you want to attack the corner. Unlike a four-wheel car, which you can attack any corner with any speed, because with a four-wheel car, you can just understeer or oversteer. With this thing here, no. There's a third option, which is tipping over on your face or tipping over on your side. So the three-wheeler, as you can see, or at least with a front single wheeler, yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Unlike, for example, the Morgan that Richard Hammond drove, that Morgan silly thing with a rear single wheeler and two normal wheels up front. Yes, that thing will be super more stable against this. Look, look, look at the look at the brakes fading. Look at the brakes fading. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Me Fastman. You are awesome. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. Whoa. Yep. And we did flip it, but I managed to do a lap. I managed to do a lap and I did actually cross the line. So this flip doesn't count. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching, guys. You are really, really awesome for joining my live stream. I mean, I can't really thank you enough for joining my live stream. You guys are really awesome. What just happened? Why am I on the why am I on the right circuit? Huh. Anyway, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. You guys are really, really awesome. I really hope that you enjoyed this live stream. So yes, don't forget, my friends, to hit that thumbs up, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it. What is happening here with this game? Ah, yes, of course, hit that thumbs up, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, because you guys are awesome. Big thanks to everyone that is actually where big thanks to everyone that has actually been to my live stream today. Mr. Morgan, Mr. Mefastman, Mr. Marcos, Mr. Aguirre, Mr. ADI, Mr. Martez, Mr. Christoph Tritt, Mr. Martez again, Mr. The Blue, Mr. Fixons, and Mr. Batterman, Demart, Mr. The Blue again, and let's see who else been with us tonight. Mr. Nick, Mr. Slick also, and all of you guys, a lot of you awesome, a lot of you amazing guys been with me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are absolutely awesome. Oh, Mr. Mifastman, oh my friend, I apologize, but it's getting really, really late, and my family is waiting for me. You can watch the rerun of the video. I'm gonna be uploading this video after I finish talking about, lively. I'm gonna of course be uploading it as a normal video if you want to watch it. So guys, don't forget to check out my Patreon page, or of course you can purchase a t-shirt, a phone case. All these things of course will help this channel to move along, and of course to get upgraded with more amazing videos and challenges. It will help the channel so much if you can actually subscribe to my Patreon page and download my all of my special BeamNG cards. You can find them all on my Patreon page. That will help the channel a lot, and it will help me of course maintain, of course, doing special challenges, special videos, because you guys are awesome, and I'm gonna be giving a big thanks to my current Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have an amazing Friday, have an amazing weekend, have an amazing time with your families. Stay safe, have fun always. Of course, if you want to add me on Instagram, on my Snapchat, on my Discord, all these things are in the description below. My Snapchat, Instagram, all that nonsense, everything is in the description. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you on the next live stream every Friday. You can come back every Friday at 9 p.m. plus 3 GMT time, and you will find me going live. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you very, very soon, my friends, and goodbye and good night to all my friends.